Hi, my name's...
Well, make sure you make a video of it and post it on your channel.
I sure will.
Warning. The Drunken Peasants podcast is full of comedic exaggerations, independent thought, insensitivity, and other offensive content. We strongly urge all viewers and listeners to keep their brains in their skulls throughout the entire duration of this podcast. Failure to do so will result in immediate death. If you wish to support this podcast, there are several ways to do so. First, you can sign up for a free audiobook trial at audibletrial.com/drunkenpeasants. Audible is the foremost seller of audiobooks today with hundreds of thousands of titles to satisfy all manner of tastes. Second, if you shop on Amazon.com, please use the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of this video. Every purchase you make helps to support this podcast's existence. Third, please peruse our merchandise and see if any of it strikes your fancy. We sell a lot of t-shirts, so we must be doing something right. One more thing before I go. To make an official submission to the Drunken Peasants, whether it be a video for one of our segments, or fan art, or a picture of you wearing one of our shirts, or anything you think we might want to use on the show, that stuff needs to be sent to the Drunken Peasants Facebook inbox. Please do not send correspondence, as this will be deleted unread. With all that shit out of the way, it's time to begin the show.
Live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist?
It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be liked.
You're garbage, TJ.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast, episode 306, starring Ben and Paul, the only Drunken Peasants that actually matter.
So, should we tell them, Ben, what we did?
Smoke weed.
This was all part of Ben and I's plan from the start. We just used TJ for his subscriber base to get the recognition started. It was always the plan for Ben and I to kill TJ and Scotty and assume the true Drunken Peasants. So in their memories, we've of course left their cameras on.
Yes.
We'll do that for a couple of episodes for those of you that were fans. But we were listening. Like, a lot of times the DP subreddit says we don't listen, but when they said...
Kill TJ.
Yep.
Kill Scotty.
When they said ban TJ and ban Scotty, guys, we were listening. And they're not only banned, they're 6 feet under.
It started out as a idea, like, you know, just a joke. We're like, you know, maybe we should listen to the subreddit and just kill TJ and Scotty.
And then we both laughed nervously, and then we kind of exchanged this glance.
Well, I remember it was on the contrary.
That's right. On the contrary, Benjamin.
Because we're like, we can't do that. We can't kill TJ and Scotty. And then Paul was like, on the contrary, Ben.
We can. I mean, what's stopping us?
Nothing.
I mean, really, what was it? Like, Scotty probably weighs, what, 150 or something, 160? I don't know what he weighs. TJ, I know, is over 300. So what? It's a 450-pound problem.
Well, they're at the bottom of Lake Washington now.
Yeah, I mean, it's no longer a problem. They're fish food. But welcome to the new and improved Drunken Peasants.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoy it.
I mean, no one could stop us. I mean... We can get punished after the fact, but no one could. Well, Scotty and TJ could have stopped us, but we got the drop on there.
No, that was never going to happen, guys. I mean, look, all I had to do for TJ was poison some food.
So now more than ever, we need you guys to donate to our legal defense fund.
Yeah. TJ's income is going to be missed, but hey, you know, whatever. We're moving forward. 19,000. We're almost at 20K, guys. That's amazing. That's $2,000 since the last time I looked on the last show. I mean, wow.
So not only do we need this to sue Tommy, but we also need it to stay out of prison.
Right.
Or at least avoid the death penalty.
Right. We're going to be on the lam for a couple months. We're going to be investigated, blah, 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 blah. So we're going to need to flop at some European places and some South American places. No. This is actually all for DMCA defense. We, for those of you that may not know, we're the victims of a bad faith DMCA. We're not the only ones.
We are still feeling the effects of this.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are probably asking, why are they doing this on TJ's channel? We're on TJ's channel because our channel is now crippled due to a bad faith DMCA that was filed. We are pursuing legal action, and the money that you see in front of you, every dollar of that is for that.
Some of it's already been used.
Yeah, some of that is already spent. We're certainly going to need more. We don't know exactly how much we need, but we are certainly thankful for $1, $5. anything you guys can give. So thank you for those of you that have come out of pocket.
Let's take an opportunity to thank some of the more recent contributors. Here's Chris Robinson, $25.25.
Nice. $5 for your individual scam situation. Thank you.
Thank you.
$2, $50. Michael Hardy, rock on, DP. Rock
Chad
on.
Hanks.
Chad Hanks, let's go, champ. Nice.
Wow, Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous.
Yep. $20. I mean, look, thank all you guys. Look, you can see, like, some of you guys are like, I don't have $100. If you've got $1, we'll thank you. I mean, honestly, $5. Matt Harrison, thank you. $50 that I saw above that, whoever that was. Fucking Mike, thank you.
And
Jack Woodvine, thank you.
$50.
Look, guys, this is a big deal. This is happening to more and more big channels. If you're a person that watches YouTube, this affects you. So thank you for donating. Thank you for sharing the link.
Oh, yeah. It's DCMA, actually.
Yeah, the DCMA.
Okay. If you're wearing a shirt that literally spells the acronym, how the fuck could you not say it right? I mean...
Jesus Christ. This is what we're fighting, guys. We are fighting people that use a legal document like the Digital Millennium Copyright Act and don't even know how to pronounce it. They walk around going, I filed a DCMA. Well, we need that to stop. We need people to stop using it as a tool to silence people that they don't like.
It should be the DCAM. Don't come at me, man.
DCAMM.
I'm on DCAM you.
Yeah, DCAMM. Don't come at me, man. Whatever. We're coming.
Or else I'll file one of them at you.
Yeah, we're coming at you. We're coming at the people filing these false, bad faith DMCAs, and this money is for that. So thank you, guys.
Don't come at me.
Don't come at me, bro.
Fuck, it's like they're still not here yet.
Well, what can we do, Ben?
We do what we do.
I mean, look, we're here. The show must go on, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, you know what? I didn't get... There's a video I wanted to queue up. Actually, right now is a good time to just remind everyone here. This is the time of year where most people are doing their shopping on Amazon. And if you do shop on Amazon, please follow the links in the description to support us on Amazon.
It does not add any money to your purchase. You pay the same price that you would. The only difference is you use our link instead of the normal Amazon.com link.
And Amazon,
everything's the same. Amazon pays us a little dividend for sending business their way. That's the way that works. So it's a way, if you don't got $1 to give us, but you want to support us and you're going to purchase some stuff for Christmas on Amazon, please consider using our link in the description for that, because that helps.
So I guess we'll get into this really quick, even though they're not here. We'll get into Chris Anderson's latest video. I have not yet watched this. Give me a little summary on this.
So, those of you that saw the last show, we covered Chris Anderson for about 45 minutes. I yelled at him a lot. I hate the word pwnage, but I think that he used it first, so I pawned him.
It's pawnage.
I pawned him pretty fucking hard in front of about 1 million people. And you remember how he was talking? I'm Deus Volt, bitch. I'm coming for you. Well, less than 24 hours. Now, hold on. Let me give a quote. I hate quoting myself, but in the last episode, I said, "You're just a crumb in the Manatee's mustache, Chris. Hope you're ready to be brushed aside." Less than 24 hours after I said those words, predictably, the Manatee stabbed Chris Anderson in the back, made a video denouncing him, saying they were never friends, talking about what an awful person he is. And then Fake Sagan made this video where he is now the Deus Volt guy who was coming for our blood. 24 hours later is retiring from pawnage. So that's what we're about to watch.
Pawnage.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is a very special Fake Sagan video. This might be the most important video that I've ever made in my 10 years here on YouTube. So I really hope that you all pay attention. Now, my last video that I made was about fidget spinner, hand spinner toys, and how I think everybody on YouTube needs one because we're all kind of autistic. We're all kind of spurglords that are somewhere on the spectrum, maybe like mild autistic spectrum. Maybe some of us are.
already you're wrong. Like I said, Chris, in the last show, I'm not as mad as I am as I was then. But look, I've been to mental health professionals, and I've never been diagnosed as on the autism spectrum. And I'm a YouTuber. Now, it may be common for YouTubers to have autism, but this idea that we all do is just false.
We're a little bit more severe, but we're all on there.
No.
And, you know, that seems like such a silly, innocuous little topic that you wouldn't expect it to lead to greater wisdom. And yet it has. For me, it has led to great wisdom. Sophia, oh, thee. Because that's where wisdom comes from, guys. It comes from the Holy Spirit. It's a gift.
Shut up. Oh my God, this is just so hard.
Yeah, and here's Chi-J.
Well, there's a really interesting part in this video, Ben. A lot of it's like this. But if we could scan to a part where he's showing some PMs from the Manatee himself, that would be a part. Oh, right. Well, if you go back there, he compares himself to the man that stood in front of the tank in Tiananmen Square.
All right. I'll be right back in just a second.
Sure.
Authoritarian, tyrannical, and do like a martial law kind of situation. I would be that Tiananmen Square tank man. Like, I would be that fucking guy. I would be the guy standing in the middle of the street.
Dude, I don't even know what the fuck is going on. I just walked in, but already this is fucking ridiculous.
This is Chris Anderson's drama denouement. He's telling us now why one day after posting a ponage video and saying, Deus Vult, I'm coming for blood, he's now, after getting fucked by me and the rest of us on the last show, he's now retiring from ponage.
Really just by you, Paul.
But he can't.
We gave you the torch.
See, most of this video is very humble. Like, he's coming at it like, I don't want to do this anymore. I like these guys, whatever. But this, he can't resist going, you know, if the government ever did clap down and become authoritarian, I would be that Tiananmen Square hit play. He goes on.
With a semi-automatic assault rifle in both hands. Do you have two semi-automatic assault rifles, one for each hand? Yeah, I do. Big ones, too.
Oh my God, he's got
but
guns.
I would be that guy standing in the middle of the street just like, come on!
Listen to this fantasy that he has about himself. You're not John
Rambo, dude.
You're not John Rambo, Chris. You're a pussy.
This is like...
Newsflash, you're a pussy.
It's more like Hot Shots, dude.
I'd be that guy standing in the middle of the road and facing the tanks going, come at me. No.
And then they roll you over.
Wrong.
And
Wrong.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Also, your fucking assault rifles ain't gonna do shit against those tanks anyway.
Nope.
Even if you were that kind
Trust
of guy,
me,
which
dude.
you're not.
If there were tanks rolling down the street, fake Sagan would be hiding in a fucking closet somewhere, not standing in the middle of the road with a fucking gun.
As would I.
According to what I've heard, fake Sagan is in the closet because didn't he have a crush on Cody Weber?
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Well, there you go.
We talked about that on the show before.
Well, God probably relieved him of those homosexual thoughts.
That was when we thought that Case was never coming back and he was just gone from YouTube forever, so we figured whatever. But I guess he's back now. We told the story here before. I'll tell it again really briefly. You know, me and Scotty, we were going to pick up Cody and bring him to Louisiana for a little while, for a little visit. And Case just was adamant about going. I gotta see Cody. Let me come with you. And it's like he had no money to help pay for the trip, so we're just like, whatever. And we just went and got Cody because we figure, like, we'll just get Cody. Maybe Case will be a little butthurt he didn't get to go, but he'll be able to hang out with Cody once he's here. So one day Case writes me like, when are we going to get Cody? It's like, already got him, buddy. Come on over. You can meet him. Oh, our friendship is over. And then while Cody was there, we're like, Case is pissed at me, Cody, but if you want to go hang out with him, that's cool. Because we figured, like, they must be really good friends because Case was so fucking adamant about meeting Cody. And I remember them talking in the past online and shit, so I figure, they're close friends, they're good friends, they want to see each other. But then Cody never wants to go over there, Even it comes down to, like, the last day. We're like, well, Cody, it's your last day. You want to go see Case? You want to go pay Case a fucking visit? It's like, I'll just be honest with you guys, I really don't want to see Case. And we're
Why
like,
not?
Why not, Cody? And he says, all right, listen, one time we were talking, and I was talking about Case about shooting a porno. You know, he was like, he asked me if I would shoot a porno with him and his girlfriend, and I told him, yeah, sure, I could do that. And you know, and then he says, yeah, you could be in the porno too. And I'm like, okay, that's maybe, no, not really, a little weird. Yeah, you could suck my dick. I can suck your dick.
Whoa, bro.
And
Wait a minute.
And Cody's like, okay, you know, that's not going to happen. I'm not into that.
Cody's shockingly a straight guy.
Well, I mean, at the time, Cody was going around pretending to be bisexual, but he never had any...
Never did anything with a dude.
It was just like...
It was just kind of like...
I'm a special snowflake. Right. I'm bisexual.
It was the 2008 version of being an otherkin or a PPO gender or some shit.
Some crap like that.
Right.
But he never, you know, so he wasn't interested. And I guess Case just wouldn't let it go, and every time that him and Cody would talk, be like,
so you think more about my offer? You know, oh, I just love a little girly boy like you sucking my dick.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so of course Cody got creeped out by that because you know if you're straight, you don't want another guy
look,
aggressively hitting on you
if
every
a dude
time he talks to you.
As a straight dude, if a dude hits on me and I go, look, guy, I'm not interested. I'm not that way. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
that's it.
That's not gonna be an issue.
I'm fine with it. But if it's like a constant barrage of like, are you gay now? Are you gay now? You want to suck my dick now? No.
Quit hiding from your feelings, Paul Zico.
Who does that?
I know you want your girly lips around my mammoth penis.
Yeah, so...
All right, so let's get to the Keane part of this so we can be done with fake Sagan.
Once again, that's just Cody's version of events. Now, Cody is not any more reliable than Case is, really.
Sure.
So that story could be total bullshit. I don't think it is, but it could be. It's not coming from me. It's coming from Cody Weber.
Take it up with him.
Yeah. So if you got some issue with that story, take it up with Cody because he's the one who fucking...
Well, you're making videos.
So now I'm going to show you guys a little text conversation. And by the way, YouTube staff, in case Brett tries to, like, report me as doxing him or something, he posts his phone number on every single YouTube video he makes, as this picture here demonstrates.
Right.
Yeah, he does. That's true.
So, earlier today...
But Case, the thing about Brett is that even though he does post his number there, if you ever read it aloud on your show, he will be like,
"They gave away my number.
Dox situation. They just
away
doxed
my home
me."
phone number."
Yeah, whatever.
Brett sends me this text and he says, "You take Paul and I'll nail Scotty."
That sounds so gay. That sounds so gay.
It sounds like they're planning another.
So this was, by the way, I love that these are date stamped. This is actually something that Fake Sagan did with this horrible denouement video. Was he showed you guys that got suckered again somehow by the Manatee, thinking that he had changed. This was December 6th. He was still playing good guy when these texts were sent. Still going, I got a new relationship with Paul Zico, and I really liked doing that. I'm liking it. Thank you, guys. If you like my stuff, support me. I shouted out on this date his dumb brother's fucking new guitar thing on my Twitter because he asked me to. I was like, all right, Manatee, you've been doing good lately. On this date.
I told you, Paul.
Oh, I mean, me and Paul knew.
I knew. I'm just talking to the people on the subreddit and the people in the chat and shit that got suckered again.
The thing about me and Paul and Brett is like... Me and Paul are kind of just trying to train Brett the way you would a dog, because we know we're not going to be able to change what he is inside, but maybe we can correct some of his behavior.
Exactly.
So that's what that's all about. It's not us actually believing, like, he's a changed manatee.
If you guys thought for a second after that interview that I was like, oh, no. Now, even though I said I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, I'm willing to step back, that doesn't mean that I thought that he was going to change, guys. I knew this was happening. And here's proof. Here's a text message, something Brett thought would be private for all time, where he's talking, saying, you take Paul and I'll nail Scotty.
Brett said he'd nail you, Scotty.
Yeah, he's going to nail you, Scotty.
He's going to nail Scotty.
I'm going to nail
him. Nail him to the wall.
You're going to get nailed, Scotty.
Hold that thought. And he says, question mark? And then I said, Brett, let me ask you a question. Do you think that drama is what God wants you to do?
Didn't you just defend in a few, like a day or two ago, why
Deus
God
Vult.
does want you to do drama?
I'm declaring a crusade on these drunken peasants. Deus Vult, bitch.
What happened to that case? You really come to these life-changing realizations quick, don't you?
Am I talking to King Pone today or Holy Sag?
I mean, that's a good question that he asked you, Case, because it seems like you want to be both.
Yeah.
And Brett says, am I talking to King Pone today or Holy Sagan? And I said, Holy Sagan. And Brett says, oh boy, shall I call? And I said, not yet.
This is Brett Keane, the committed Christian, by
And
the
then
way.
I said, just tried to call. If you want to talk, I can give you 5 minutes, but I'm busy. The reason I was busy is because I was recording the first 11 minutes of this video that you're watching right now. And then he says, to answer your question, God has condoned drama for years, and most likely to my death. Fucked with till the bitter end. God bless. And then I said, God does not condone drama, Brett. You've got it wrong. Drama is of the devil. You need to pray on this and think about it.
Drama is of the devil. That's why it's
So
cool.
you're going to stop being my friend now, I guess. And then he says, and he quotes the Bible here. He says, take no part in the unfruitful works of darkness, but instead expose them. When anything is exposed by the light, it becomes visible. For anything that becomes visible is light. Ephesians 5:11 to 14. Yeah.
So is that
You
it?
know, Brett.
No, there's more?
There's a little more. Right here, actually, if you just keep playing it.
It was a bad idea to hit me with that biblical verse, because it's the reason I'm showing people these text messages. I was going to just let you tell them what you wanted to tell them. Anyway.
Say what you need to say, Brett.
So, yeah. You know, the last time Brett stopped being friends with me and said he didn't want to be my friend anymore, it was because I refused to stop talking to Tommy from the Bronx when Tommy and Brett were having their little drama exchange with one another.
Aw.
Because I've known Tommy forever. I mean, he's one of my oldest and best friends here on YouTube. He's the one who hooked me up with Ocean of Bonnie,
that's basically the info that we want, right? I mean, the rest of this is mostly him just talking about how he's of God and he doesn't want to pwn now. Apparently getting bitch slapped in the face in front of a bunch of people changed his tune really quick.
No,
so,
God
Oh, it was God. I'm sorry, God changed his heart. My bad. Jesus burned away the desire to be the king of pwnage from him. I'm sure if I'd reacted differently and not pwned him hard back, he wouldn't still be doing pwnage videos. That certainly, he would have God would have given him this wisdom with or without my bitch slap, I'm sure.
Deus Vult, bitch.
Deus Vult 2. I don't want to do this anymore. In 24 fucking hours, Chris. What's going on in your life, bro?
All right, time to move into DP Action News. Here it comes. Getting closer.
Cookie's gonna come, TJ. Cookie's gonna come.
DP Action News. All right, so TJ.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this?
Yep.
You know, earlier when Trump hadn't picked his VP, I was like, maybe he'll pick Linda McMahon as his VP. And you were kind of like, nah, it's probably not going to happen because she's a loser.
But he picked her for something.
Yeah, he picked her for fucking cabinet. She has a fucking cabinet position now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Linda McMahon.
Linda McMahon is now part of Trump's cabinet.
Neat.
Donald Trump may have held a dim view of the generals as a candidate.
I know more about ISIS than the generals do, believe me.
But as president-elect, he's changing his tune.
Believe me.
After selecting retired General Michael Flynn as National Security Advisor and retired Marine General James Mattis as
Now
Defense
he loves the
Secretary,
generals.
a source tells CNN Trump has chosen retired General John Kelly to head the Department of Homeland Security. Trump also announcing he will tap Iowa Governor Terry Branstad to serve as the next U.S. ambassador to China.
I'm very proud to have supported Donald Trump for president. I think he's going to make America great again.
All of this as Trump puts yet another industry on notice today. After striking a deal with Carrier to keep jobs in the U.S. and warning Boeing about its prices, now Trump may be taking a closer look at pharmaceutical companies.
Good.
Telling Time magazine, I'm going to bring down drug prices. I don't like what's happened with drug prices.
Cool.
Trump's dabbling in the private
Do it.
sector is all part of the job, he said, as he defended his threat to scrap a deal with Boeing to build new Air Force One jets.
Sweet.
But, you know, that's what I'm here for. I'm going to negotiate prices, and the planes are too expensive.
But even though Trump's words,
This is my
whether
favorite
on
thing about
television
Trump.
or
Yeah, I know.
on Twitter,
I like the fact that he's not afraid to interfere in markets.
Serious. Like, anybody out there that thinks it's like, I'd love to hear liberals spin that him taking a look at the hyperinflated pharmaceutical prices in this country and lowering them is a bad thing.
It's bad, Paul.
It's not.
Now, he hasn't
We
done
don't
it
pay
yet.
enough, Paul. We
He
don't
hasn't-
pay enough.
He ain't done it, but
He ain't done it yet, but the fact that he's talking like he wants to.
and after he's already won the election.
Yeah.
Why
That's
should we not negotiate drug prices? Someone give me a reason. Go.
Why should we pay an extra
Go,
$2 million?
Ben. Do you have a reason? TJ, you have a reason why we shouldn't?
I agree with him on this.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. But I'm just saying, like, can anyone even think of a reason to defend it? And you can't.
Pharmaceutical executives have to feed their families, Scotty.
They already do it.
On the contrary, Scotty.
And now
They
with
already
markets,
feed their families.
he brushed aside
They need to
concern
feed
that
them
he's using the
caviar
social
that
media
costs-
platform
They can already do that.
to air
$10,000
grievances
in aid. They
on
can already do
everything
that.
from Boeing to Broadway shows to Saturday Night Live.
I think I am very restrained, and I talk about
you're not.
important things.
As the
No.
often
That's not
unpredictable
true.
billionaire maps out plans for his White House, he's relying on an
Billionaire, huh?
unexpected source for guidance.
Citation
President
needed.
Obama.
I've asked him what he
deal
thinks
with the
are
devil.
the biggest problems of the country, what are some of the greatest assets going forward, and we have a very good dialogue. I do like him. I love getting his ideas.
The president
Now he
is,
likes Obama. It's
responsive
so
to-
weird.
Well, I mean, now that he's the president, what does he have to lose anymore? Doesn't fucking matter now.
Yeah, you can say he loves Obama now.
Because you know what? Every Republican that hears that's like, he's just saying it to play a political game. And every Democrat who hears that,
requests
most
and
of them
phone calls
think the
from the
same, but
president.
some are like, oh.
So he's certainly pleased that he can
He's making amends.
offer advice and assistance that may be useful
Well, also,
to the incoming
Obama is the only
administration.
one at this point
Today,
that
Trump
can do
is
that.
basking in his first accolade as president-elect. Time magazine naming him 2016's Person of the Year.
Jesus.
But Trump's already taking issue
Well, I mean, like, who else could they really get?
Yeah, I mean, he really is the person of the year.
with their headline.
I think putting divided is snarky, but again, it's divided. I'm not president yet, so I didn't do anything to divide.
And while he may not want to take
do
responsibility
it.
for rifts in the nation, he's already claiming credit for accomplishments preceding his tenure in the White House.
Of course.
I hope I'm judged from the
the
time of the
problems that are
election
happening now,
as
not my
opposed
fault.
to from January
Accomplishments, though,
20th
yeah.
because the stock
Me,
market
all
has had
me.
a tremendous bounce.
Good.
And people are seeing very good things for business in this country.
Now there is yet another announcement from Donald Trump tonight. He's chosen Linda McMahon to head the Small Business Administration.
What world are we living in?
Linda.
She can't be a senator. But you know what? She can be appointed.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What happened to not liking losers, Trump?
Yeah.
This bitch can't
Twice.
get elected with
Twice
all
she lost.
all of Vince
Won in
McMahon's
business.
money.
They won in business, Paul.
All
That's all
those
that matters.
billions-
They won. They're winners.
All those
They're
billions
winners.
of WWE dollars couldn't get this
Winners.
woman elected.
Winners. How many billions do you have, Paul?
And she's the head of the Small
How many billions,
Business
how many-
Association.
How many billions do you have, Paul? How many billions do you have? How many billions? do you
Zero
have?
billions.
You're a loser. They're
Yeah,
winners.
you're right. Yeah.
They're winners.
Oh Jesus!
You know, I don't know what Linda McMahon. I don't know what Linda McMahon's
Dude, who
business
knows?
acumen is.
Who knows why Trump
But
picked her?
it's
But he did.
It's a funny pick.
She was the CEO of WWE like during its biggest decline.
Sure.
Right. I mean,
she'll fit right in at the
there was
government then.
there was other things going against that too, like the UFC rising up and shit like that. But yeah,
whatever.
A lot of bad decisions were made.
Yeah, I mean, like the decisions have not been great over there. But
Two failed campaigns, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 failed campaigns
for Connecticut.
Spent a shitload of money trying to get elected, still couldn't do it. She tried to get elected in a fucking pretty blue state.
Well, let's be honest, though. The only reason that Linda McMahon was even part of the conversation was the immense wealth behind her.
Not only that, but Vince and Trump are friends.
Of course.
So Trump probably went to him and, you should make my wife this thing. Get her out of my fucking hair.
She's the former CEO of the WWE. A source familiar with the decision tells me that Donald Trump respects her experience as a businesswoman. That's part of the reason he felt she was the right fit for the job.
And he does need women in his cabinet to fucking appease all these bitches.
Oh my God, look at this.
Look at that eye. Look at that
googly
lazy
fucking eye, man.
She was comatose during a storyline that for like a few months at one point.
Comatose here.
She still is. She never woke up.
They're like wheeling her around in a wheelchair, and she's just like sitting there.
Yeah, they just shock her with a car battery when she needs to look alive.
Linda, we need you to talk to people.
So apparently in Ohio they passed the heartbeat abortion bill.
Cool.
Great.
So all that has to happen is Kasich has to sign it into law.
Glad I'm not in Ohio anymore.
Me too.
A controversial abortion bill called the Heartbeat Bill is now sitting on Ohio Governor John Kasich's desk. Ohio state lawmakers approving legislation banning abortions the moment the heartbeat of a fetus is detected. That usually happens about 6 weeks into a pregnancy. If Governor Kasich signs the so-called heartbeat...
Population of Ohio soars.
So fucking Ohio is like, that's one of the most restrictive abortion laws in the country.
Dude, people don't know this about Ohio because it's considered a purple state, but it's actually really more of a red state in a lot of respects, and abortion is definitely one of the issues it's way more red on.
We still wondering how Trump took it?
Into law, it will be one of the toughest restrictions on abortion in the nation.
Now, usually the law is set out by the Supreme Court says that after the period in Roe v. Wade, that's when states can legislate what they want to do. But the fundamental question for that issue has never been answered. When does life begin?
Right.
We've
People
never
feel differently about that.
Well, but usually in this society, in a secular society, you convene science to do this. It used to be that when your heart stopped, you were dead.
Right.
Science evolved and was marshaled to evolve. That brain activity is what you have to look at. Why don't they do it when life begins? It's so important. The stem cell research,
survive
the
outside of the mother?
Yeah. Sure.
Not fucking likely.
It's not even. I mean, it barely resembles even a.
No,
fetus
it
at that
can't.
point.
It can't.
Yeah, we don't have any.
I mean, there's lots of different definitions about viability.
Because in the absence of science, you will have a divergence of opinion.
Okay.
You know, if you're going to have different
in the
religious...
presence of science, you still have a divergence of opinion.
A baby's heart starts beating at 6 weeks. There is no machinery of science that can keep a zygote like that alive. And it's beyond a zygote at that point, but still, like a tiny little tailed thing that's like a tadpole.
I don't know if you remember this, Ben, but one of the very first stories we ever covered on this show was about a girl who was in a vegetative state, and the mother was just like, her heart's still beating.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, yeah, but her brain is dead. But her heart's still beating. She's still alive.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, the heartbeat really doesn't really matter as much as the brain.
I mean, look, there are some weird outlying cases of people who have undergone "quote unquote" brain death who come out of that coma.
Yeah,
and
but that's
wake
like
back
that's
up.
like a 1 in a million.
Yeah, that's an anomaly.
It doesn't happen, right?
And people are scratching their heads after. They're not. Oh, this is what happened. They usually don't even know what happened. It was luck.
Interesting. This law is something that you really have to think about. There's a big implication.
Of course.
For what we are as a
No
people.
shit.
There's a big implication.
There's a big implication. No fucking shit, you fucking moron. Of course, you're on CNN, so what a shock.
All right, here's how President-elect Trump dominated 2016.
We're in the process of putting together one of
2016
the
to the fucking
all-time great
woodshed.
cabinets that has ever been assembled in our nation's history.
President-elect Trump and Vice President-elect Pence have invited over 70 or 75 men and women, not all of whom will end up in the cabinet, or are they seeking to, but really very appreciative of their counsel, their advice, their experiences, and their vision for this nation.
All right, that was Kellyanne Conway, the senior Trump advisor, speaking on Fox News earlier today, preceded, of course, by her boss, talking about putting together one of the all-time great cabinets. Let's look at how that cabinet is now shaping up. Just in the past 24 hours
I just wanted them to cut to like a fucking actual kitchen cabinet that was just like shitty with all kinds of weird angles falling over.
Here's the problem with saying this is the best or the greatest cabinet. We haven't even seen what they've done yet. They haven't, I mean, so history will judge them. You can't just declare someone great, like, I'm the greatest whatever. You can do it, but it's empty and hollow.
I can't fucking believe Linda McMahon is going to be part of a presidential cabinet.
She has a minor role, let's be honest.
This Terry Branstad guy has a worrying mustache, too.
Yeah.
What is his position?
I don't know. Ugh. So weird.
Reminds me of that Jesse Helms bit that Bill Hicks used to do. Always wondered what was up with his collection of little shoes.
Getting word of a bunch of new picks by Mr. Trump, including Iowa Governor Terry Branstad as the U.S. ambassador to China, retired Marine Corps General John Kelly as the Secretary of Homeland Security, according to him. Oklahoma Attorney General Scott Pruitt, a critic of the EPA, is now in line to be nominated as the EPA administrator. And Linda McMahon, former wrestling executive and former Senate candidate, is now going to be nominated as the administrator for the Small Business Administration. Also in today's news, Time Magazine named
looks like a
Donald
fucking
Trump.
disaster. These choices are disastrously bad. You got some guy from Oklahoma who's an opponent of the EPA who probably wants to abolish it. Is now going to be head of it? Yeah. So what is he going to be doing at the EPA? Kicking his feet up going, well, I don't think we need any more regulations, guys.
Nope. This is like typical Republican shit. They always put people who, you know, like environmental regressives in charge of like the EPA, so that the EPA doesn't fucking work, and then they can say like, see, EPA don't work.
Why don't they just fucking make the head of a coal mine in charge of the EPA too?
Dude. Why don't they make Adam Kokesh head of like the Secretary of Defense or something?
I can almost guarantee that the head of the fucking education administration or whatever is going to be somebody that fucking thinks that private schools are the way to go.
Yeah, we need
a voucher
vouchers.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Trump's already done.
Oh, dude, it's already been done in Louisiana.
Trump's already voiced his support for the whole voucher thing.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, vouchers are. I guarantee you, if they can, they'll pass a federal voucher.
Oh, it's gonna be vouchers. You bet your ass.
As its Person of the Year, but also adding in its headline right there on the front of the magazine, you can see it, President of the Divided States of America. All right, let's go talk about this with our panel. Syndicated columnist George Will, A.B. Stoddard, associate editor at Real Clear Politics, and Charles Hurt, political columnist for the Washington Times. George Will, we begin with you. What do you make of this Time magazine cover?
That's obviously right. I mean, it's an easy call. It's supposed to be the person who dominated the news. The first one they had in 1927 was Charles Lindbergh. Few hours over the Atlantic, but he did dominate the news. 1936, I'll give you 20 guesses, you won't guess who it was. Wallace Simpson. If you've been watching The Crown, you know that it was a big deal at that time. So it's a good choice by them, and Time has, on some years, just sort of thrown up its hands because the year just wasn't dominated by someone. In 1982, that was the computer. In 1966, it was Americans under 26.
I'm sorry, what does this have to do with anything?
In 2006,
They're
they
just
put a
talking
little
about
mirror.
like previous time.
Right. It's like, okay,
things.
I think we all agree he deserves to be on the fucking cover. It's not the best guy in America, or it's the person of the year. I mean, who you can't argue, like the guy who just came out of fucking nowhere and became the president.
Yeah, that's the person.
That's the person of the fucking year. I don't care.
You don't really need to qualify it beyond that. The reality TV star and steak salesman that everybody laughed at when he made a disastrous announcement speech became president. Yeah, he's the person of the year, guys. Sorry.
He wins.
Nobody else really has an accomplishment commensurate with that.
Who else would you give it to? Hillary? Fuck that.
No. She didn't win.
Kim Kardashian? Kanye West?
Nah.
No.
I think Kanye's already been it. Whatever.
When do I get to be Time Person of the Year is what I want to know.
Never.
Got to kill a bunch of people or something. I don't know.
We can get you one of those mirrors
That's
from
how
the
you
Big
don't
Lebowski.
get it.
You remember that mirror that the actual
Yeah.
Big Lebowski had that Jeff looks in, and it's Time Person of the Year, but it's a mirror. We'll get you one of those, TJ.
Give me that.
Let's learn more now about General John Kelly and the challenges he would face if confirmed as Homeland Security Secretary. For that, we are joined by Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge. Good evening, Catherine.
Well, thank you, James. The president-elect has now settled on retired four-star Marine General John Kelly as his pick to lead Homeland Security. His last government job was the United States Southern Command, which oversees 32 countries in the Caribbean as well as Central and South America. Kelly's portfolio included Guantanamo Bay, immigration, and drug trafficking. Those close to Kelly say that experience makes him well-versed on southern border issues. And when he retired in January, he seemed to check another Trump box, emphasizing his work with intelligence and Homeland Security outside the Beltway.
All right. So we've essentially been told nothing about him.
Yep.
At least it's been my experience. The further you get away from Washington, the better things work. People actually talk to each other. People actually socialize with each other. They work together. There's no rice bowls.
General Kelly is widely respected, having led forces in western Iraq, and he understands the human cost of war. In 2010, his son, Lieutenant Robert M. Kelly, was killed in Afghanistan by an IED.
Holy shit. Well, I could say that in a way, I don't know. It depends on how he feels about it. If he's just like, when he just did his duty, it's the casualties of war. Or like, if that does hit him in a personal way and that does make it...
I don't really know.
I mean, I would imagine it would. I mean, he was in the Marine Corps. He was a Marine general. So, I mean, those are pretty fucking salty guys. So, I'd imagine that it would be from that sort of tradition. But, I mean, military family, for sure.
Kelly rarely speaks about the loss, but when he does, he addresses the importance of finishing the mission for fellow Gold Star families.
Okay, so his thing is, in honor of all the people that died in these wars, we need to continue them.
Yeah, don't die.
I've heard that line of thinking before.
War. Just like the one that killed my son. We need more of those. More sons need to die.
I think the one thing they would ask is that the cause for which their son or daughter fell be carried through to a successful end.
That's the worst philosophy, because
I'm pretty sure they just want their son or daughter not to have fallen.
In war, success is so subjective. We saw that with Mission Accomplished and all that garbage.
Yeah, fucking George Bush in his fucking pilot costume, standing on the aircraft carrier like, we done it! Mission fucking accomplished! Mission accomplished,
Yeah, and then
bitches.
the war went on for what, like 5 years after that?
Because he was a U.S. airman, so didn't he fly that plane?
He was in it. He was co-pilot in that, but they did. The pilot that was with him said he did let him take the controls and shit for a little
That's
while.
kind of cool. See, that was a cool thing that Bush did. Even though the message,
wasn't.
dude, the message behind it wasn't cool.
Dude, that was lame as
that was
fuck.
pretty lame.
Dude, having a president land a fucking fighter jet.
He didn't land nothing. He just fucking took the controls in the air for a second.
Whatever. You guys don't remember
His
this.
military service was a joke.
He fucking dodged the war.
I agree, it was, but he did land a fucking jet on an aircraft carrier.
No,
He didn't land it.
He didn't land
He flew
the
it in the sky for a short
They
period
gave him
of
the
time.
controls, and he went like, "Woo! I'm fucking I'm President Badass. Yeehaw!"
What would Trump do with the controls of a jet? Drive it into the fucking sea?
Yeah, he'd probably piss himself.
Dude, he wouldn't even know how to do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
okay, well, he had training as a pilot.
can you fly a jet?
No, but I didn't have training as a pilot.
I think flying people that can fly jets are pretty cool.
No.
Everyone that can fly a jet is just automatically cool.
No, but
what if they fly it? What if they fly a
is-
jet and then they go home and molest their kids? Huh,
Sure,
Paul?
sure.
Then
It's
they
a
have
cool
a cool
skill.
skill and they're a scumbag.
It's a cool skill. That's what we're saying.
Sure.
It's still not cool. The fucking whole little ceremony
It was
with him
dumb.
dressed
It was
up in
lame.
his fucking costume.
You know
and
what?
be like, yeah, we done it.
I'll let Ben get away with it. But you, TJ, if you could fly a fucking jet, you'd never stop talking about how cool you are because you can fly a fucking jet. Every Periscope that you have would be like, I don't know what I'm going to do today, guys. I might fly a jet.
I don't think so.
It's cool, TJ. Just admit it.
No. I've never been one of these guys. Yeah, jets. Never been to jets or cars or vehicles in general. Don't give a shit.
Movie is Top Gun.
Yeah.
But you don't like jets.
The best part about Top Gun is the fucking homoeroticism, not the jets. Come on.
Whatever that means. As opposed to, this is
now,
getting
if
too...
Trump had fucking made that victory speech and then kissed another man on the mouth, that would have been cool.
That could have been cool.
You mean Bush?
Bush. Did I say Bush?
You said Trump.
Bush. Whatever. They're the same.
Too costly or too much of a pain in the ass, and let's just walk away from it.
He said ass. He's bad. He's bad for our country. He said ass.
That's when they start thinking it might have been.
Well, think of
not
the
worth
children.
it.
The new secretary will take over the sprawling department of 240,000 government employees at a time a senior Republican and the administration's counterterrorism chief warned the threat has never been broader, wider, or deeper.
What?
There exists a greater number of potential terrorist actors who
It's never
aspire to
been
do us
thicker,
harm.
veinier, more purple-headed, and ready to come than now.
The threat has never been embedded deeper into our puckering, expectant sphincters than it is now.
Our quivering insides await the delivery of this new legislation.
Than at any point in our history since 9/11.
Oh yeah, blast a load of legislation all over my face. Oh yeah.
For 8 years, the Obama administration reluctantly played global whack-a-mole with jihadists, rather than leaning into the fight with decisive leadership. They said terrorists were on the run when they were really on the rise.
Kelly is traveling outside the U.S. in a formal
ISIS in
announcement.
retreat then?
Yeah, ISIS has lost territory. They haven't gained it.
I mean,
fuck
yeah,
reality.
ISIS did rise up during that time period, but Obama, I think, made the correct decision not to send in a bunch of fucking ground forces.
ISIS rose up because Bush leaned too much into it, destabilized a bunch of countries, then ISIS rose, and then Obama drone strike them into fucking non-existence.
It's even deeper than that, though. I mean, but I don't want to get into every little fucking nuance of that shit.
Is expected in the coming days.
But, you know, I mean, that's a good
that was a huge part of
capsule
it.
review.
That was a huge part of it. I mean, yeah, when you destabilize a fucking entire region of the world, it's already been destabilized. It doesn't really help.
Okay, here's Obama talking about ISIS.
President Obama says his counterterrorism strategy is breaking the back of ISIS. The president made his last major national security speech today at the Florida Air Force Base that houses U.S. Central Command and Special Operations Command. Correspondent Kevin Cork has more tonight from the White House. Good evening, Kevin.
Hey there, Shannon. You're right. A full-throated defense of his counterterrorist strategy over the past 8 years. The president also talked about some specifics like the use of drone technology, as well as his belief that the prison at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, should be closed down. And for good measure, he offered a bit of advice for the incoming Trump administration. The president's spending a lot of his time today over in Florida as he addressed service personnel about...
Hey, does that look like the guy from Key and Peele 2, Paul?
Man, I am going to miss that swagger stepping up to the podium.
Yeah.
Well,
Trump's
he just
going
really
to
wants to talk about the criticism, if you will. It was a full-throated reputation of some of the major criticism that he has received.
You know what they should do is just lower Trump in like a throne and like have like a smoke machines and stuff like... And now, God, Emperor Trump,
You know what they should do?
and then like
I have
heavy
a better
metal riffs
idea.
start playing.
I have a better idea.
Yeah. What you got?
You know how they do the State of the Union? They have everyone like in that big theater type setting.
Yeah.
All right. Instead of Trump standing at a podium, they do like a holographic projection, like the Emperor from fucking Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
He just appears like a hologram.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
I want people coming to the White House. They come to the Oval Office, and it's just a throne.
Yeah, no.
There's just a fucking throne of fucking power.
When we entertain foreign dignitaries, when they walk into the Oval Office, Trump's back should be to them, and then his chair should go and slowly turn around to face them, and he'll be wearing a fucking dark robe that covers his eyes.
What are those Imperial guards called, Paul?
Praetorians.
Yeah, we need some Praetorian
red ones?
fucking guards on either side of Trump.
I used to have
He does
that
his
action
slow
figure.
turn.
I did too. It was my favorite. The red
The past
Praetorian.
8 years.
So rather than offer false promises that we can eliminate terrorism by dropping more bombs or deploying more and more troops or fencing ourselves off from the rest of the
You drop a shitload
world,
of bombs. What are you talking about?
No, it doesn't
we have
count
to
if
take a
machines
long
do it,
view
only
of the
when people
terrorist
do
threat.
Oh, okay.
And we have to pursue a smart strategy that can be sustained.
Bullshit. We need a stupid strategy that can't be sustained. Fuck you, Obama. Like, what? Yeah, anyone who fucking proposes a strategy is going to say it's smart and sustainable.
I mean,
the
shit.
litmus test is it?
Shit, the government's an addict with $1 billion a week kill brown people habit.
Is that from a song, Paul?
Uncle Sam Goddamn by Brother Ali.
All right, rock on.
Like he's been listening to the critics, right? Well, the president also said it was thanks to the outstanding work of the women and men of the armed services that there's been no major terror attacks here on U.S. soil since 9/11. He said that's work that begins abroad in the fight against ISIS.
We are breaking the back of ISIL. We're taking away its safe havens.
I mean, it kind of depends on what you consider a major terrorist attack, doesn't it? Because there have been some pretty bad terrorist attacks.
Nice comes to mind.
I mean, I'm just talking even in America, though. Like the Orlando nightclub. I mean, I would consider that a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
Wasn't directly affiliated with ISIS, but certainly was acting on their behalf. Killed like 50 people.
In Orlando?
Yeah.
Wasn't that like a guy who was like a repressed homosexual that like freaked out and because wasn't he like a regular at that bar?
It's interesting because the things I heard were conflicting. So there were some reports of that he was on all these sites, and the FBI said that he wasn't. I don't know.
People at the bar said they knew him at any rate.
It depends. Like if he had a history there with those people, I would say that may not have been terrorism.
I mean, he did, according to the FBI, have ties to these jihadi websites.
Yeah, I mean, he was watching ISIS videos online. He was watching their propaganda.
Once again, according to them.
He shouted out ISIS. You know, whatever. I mean...
Like, honestly, it is one of the things about this. I'm not a conspiracy guy. I don't like to call out wild conspiracies.
This is how Paul always starts his conspiracy.
It really is. But honestly, like, it is a little strange that we've got this conflicting report, right? All the authorities are telling us, nope, ISIS. But everybody that knew this guy at the club is like, no, he was around here a lot. We saw him a lot. It sounds more like repressed homosexuality and a fucking, revenge killing. Maybe
in that case,
it's hard to know.
You know what I mean?
I don't understand. I mean, I don't think those are mutually exclusive. I think it makes sense for him to be like, I'm a homosexual, but my religion teaches me not to be, and I become radicalized by ISIS, and like I gotta lash out at this target. Cause
I guess so, but nobody ever really blended those two things. I never heard the law enforcement community ever even put that out there as a possibility.
Well, that's because both sides want to have their narrative, where one side is, oh, it's repressed homosexuality, and the other side, oh, it's ISIS. Well, it could easily be both. I
totally agree.
It could be it could be just he could have extreme Islamic views, but still not necessarily be part.
But he's gay.
Yeah, but be acting on as part of ISIS.
No one has claimed that he was like an official.
He could share their philosophy.
He was probably inspired.
He was watching ISIS propaganda. He was radicalized by it.
I wouldn't say that that's necessarily terrorism if he took out people he knew.
Sure.
But
it's a sticky subject. Really,
if
nobody
he didn't know those people and he just like walked in there and like
but why
blew
did
them all away.
why did he do it? Did he want to affect political change?
Maybe he had gay relationships with some of them.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
That's
like
possible.
The fact that the news media and these fucking law enforcement agencies, the only people I've heard float that idea have been people like us. That maybe this had like he was gay and that the repression from that plus this ISIS shit.
The chat is saying repressed ISIS sexuality.
Oh well, there you go.
There we go.
Well, that settles
the
that.
perfect amalgamation of the two concepts. No, I certainly don't think those things are mutually exclusive, and I kind of do think it's somewhere in the middle.
Maybe,
but. Yeah, I mean, I don't. The thing about him having a grinder, that's kind of been like I don't really know.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Because I've heard both ways on that, but the idea. I mean, there was definitely people there at that bar who knew who he was and knew of him.
It's just worrying to me that you said something earlier, and it's just kind of stuck in my craw, TJ. But it's true, but it did that you said both sides have their narrative.
Yeah.
Why does the law enforcement community have a narrative? The gay community, I get. The law enforcement community has a fucking narrative. Isn't their narrative supposed to be? Did he do it or not?
Their narrative is, I mean, like everyone has a narrative.
Yeah, but isn't that worrying that a public trust, the police department, the people that we pay to enforce the laws have a narrative?
I mean,
outside of
this
what
fucker,
the facts show?
I mean, this fucker on the screen, the president has a narrative.
No, I know
Trump
that.
has a narrative.
I know that. And this is not.
Look, I would say in most countries in the world, you get the totally corrupt countries, which the U.S. is a not totally corrupt country. You have the fairly corrupt to mildly corrupt countries, which that's more what we have here. Then you have countries with very little corruption. In the U.S., I mean, look, you're especially going to have a narrative in law enforcement because, look, we have people.
Sure.
People's property is seized constantly in this country.
Police unions, private prisons. All of that is tied together with the police narrative. I knew that going in. I didn't just have this realization. It just slapped me in the face when he said that. Both sides got their narrative. It was so dismissive that we don't ever really stop and think that, like, fuck, the people that have guns that can shoot us have a narrative?
Of course they do.
Other than the facts of a case?
Well, yeah.
I mean, Paul, look at all like anytime the police are engaged in violence, and you know you can say, hey, whatever. Let's not even get into the other issues about race, but just anytime the police do something violent, it's very rare that they're punished.
Right. I know. Yeah.
And we all know that. But I mean, why do you think that is? It's because they've crafted this narrative of that they really, if they have to do it, it had to be done.
It wasn't the realization; it was just the flippancy with which TJ delivered it.
Another thing is, though, I mean, like the police really, law enforcement really can't come out with this repressed homosexuality thing because because it's very
the facts of the case lean that direction.
It's very speculative.
So is that he was radicalized by ISIS because they looked at his web browser.
You can look at his internet history.
If you looked at my internet history, I might look like an ISIS member.
I mean, he also shouted out ISIS before he did it too.
But look, the police have press conferences. That's the information they can release because people want to see that. They want to hear that.
We've heard from people in his family and stuff about how he felt towards his religion and all this other stuff.
Sure,
so.
I understand that he was a Muslim. I'm not saying that's fake. I'm just saying it seems like it would be relevant to the case if he had relationships with people at this gay club, and I never heard from them.
It definitely would be relevant.
Not one police source was like, "Oh yeah, we're also looking into facts that a lot of the people there say they've seen him before, and we know that a couple of people have associated." No, never.
Well, I'm sure they have investigated that. I don't know.
I mean, something like this that is definitely investigated, whether it's public or not. Who knows? Because the FBI investigated this. This was really. I'm sure this is still being investigated. To be honest with you,
I don't know. Yeah, it's just weird. Tangent.
All right, here's a story about a 9-year-old that was fat shamed by Santa Claus.
I tweeted about this earlier.
What the
No, what a fucking asshole Santa.
Whatever. This is the reason why we're a country of pussies, because Paul's ass in there like, poor fat kid.
How did he do it though? How did he do it though?
Fat people get a pass from Paul. Paul likes someone automatically.
I don't treat somebody like dirt if they're fat.
Shut up, fat boy. Shut up, Porky.
Paul Porky.
Well, how did he fat shame him? Did you say like you could stand to lose a few pounds?
You know what he said? I'll tell you what. I mean, well, you can watch.
No, let's see what he said. Let's see what he said.
I already know, but you can.
He said, just lay off the hamburgers and french fries, and that really just disrespected me.
He said, lay off the hamburgers and french fries.
All right, well, whatever.
This kid's a fucking crybaby.
That really disrespected
TJ, looking a little overweight. Maybe you should lay off the hamburgers and french fries.
Maybe you should go fuck yourself.
Oh, see, you're the little kid. That little kid is you, TJ. That's the inner core of TJ is a fat little kid. He made to me. He said I can't have ice cream. Fuck him. I'm TJ. I do what I want.
If the kid said, go
I'm
fuck
TJ.
yourself,
I do what I want.
If the kid said, go fuck yourself, Santa, then I'd respect the kid.
Whatever, dude.
I want to give me some ice cream.
Instead, he wants to cry. And you know what? All this fucking story is going to do is get him more harassment at school anyway. Because his mom is making this big deal
because I don't want any other kids doing
No,
like
he
you
shouldn't be
did
fired.
Saturday.
That's stupid. That's stupid. If they want to say
this guy's already quit.
Oh.
Good.
I mean, it destroyed him.
That's
He was making me so mad that I was crying until I went to bed that
Well, then
night.
you're a little pussy.
He was crying until
you're a little pussy.
Guys,
if he had laid into the
fuck
kid,
you guys.
if he had laid into the kid or something, then I can understand the kid being upset.
Can I do it on the contrary real quick, guys?
You want it's not even ironic. You're doing
Go
it
ahead.
for
I
real.
really am doing it for
Go
real.
ahead so I can destroy
This
it.
is not a grown-ass man that's blubbering about being called fat or being told. This is a 9-year-old little boy who went to Santa. You don't go to Santa for diet advice.
Yeah, well, Santa had.
He sat on Santa's lap, and Santa decided to be a dick.
Oh no, Santa tried to fucking get him to stop eating fucking burgers and fries for every meal. Santa advocated a healthy diet. Everyone, what a fucking criminal!
Whatever, dude. He's not a monster. He's just a dick.
Yeah, well, sometimes
I played.
You need dicks in
the
the
reason
world,
I say
Paul.
this
You
is
need
because
dicks
I
in the
played
world.
Santa every year for about 4 years straight. I was a good ass Santa, and if a little fat kid came in and sat on my lap, I'm not going to be like, "Whoa there, Porky! Santa's leg is wearing out from your big fat fucking ass." I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, well, this guy didn't do
Kids
that
don't
shit
come
either.
to Santa to be
This guy didn't
berated.
either. I bet Paul, when fucking skinny kids sat on his lap, like, you could stand to gain a little weight, scrawny.
Yep.
Whatever.
He's a fattest.
Whatever.
He's skinny shit.
I just don't understand. I just don't advocate
a fat race.
I just don't advocate grown ass men working with children that can't hold their tongue when a 9-year-old has a weight problem.
Paul's a fat.
I don't know the full story, Paul. I don't know the full story.
Well, whatever. If what this kid is saying happened,
and by the way, everyone, the kid went on to die of diabetes later on.
Yeah, so. Later on in this clip, yeah.
So it looked like Santa apologized. So
and he left. He's like, okay. Yeah,
I would have said to him, like my mama said, like, you don't want to disrespect a 9-year-old, even though what shape of size you are, it doesn't matter.
Shut up.
Thank you. Little boy, poor little boy,
I don't
just
really think
wanted
he
to
was
talk to Santa.
severely disrespected. I really don't feel that.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
If I was a kid and Santa said, lay off the burgers and fries, I'd have been like,
How fucking sensitive are we going to become?
I mean, like, no one can take a joke at their fucking expense anymore.
Oh, no.
You got to think about it, guys. He's a little fat boy. He probably gets picked on every fucking day. And
how do you know that? How do you know that?
Because I was a little fat boy and I grew up.
This is
That's total speculation.
Whatever, dude.
I'm not saying you're.
Paul just looks at that kid and sees himself. He's like, what if Santa?
It's not whatever. Paul, I cannot say the circumstances of someone else's life unless I actually know those circumstances.
Okay, all right. I'm sure he's just a happy accepted.
How do you know?
The only happy accepted fat kid in grade school.
Okay.
I mean, it's speculation that fat kids get made fun of.
No, Paul. Okay, Paul, so you know exactly what his life is like. You know exactly. Well, how the fuck can you make the statement then, dude? How the fuck can you make a statement if you don't fucking know?
I can draw inferences from looking at his body.
Oh, come on, man. Oh, come on.
Really?
Dude.
Are you really making the argument that fat kids aren't made fun of?
No, Paul, are you fucking stupid, dude? What I'm fucking saying to you is you're talking about the specific fucking kid. This kid right here, and you're saying I can draw inferences and tell you exactly what his life is like.
No.
When you cannot do that. Yes, you fucking did just say that. You didn't say that just a second ago. No, my experience, my life, I know this. That's what you just said. You said with your life experience, you can make the determination. Right. Yes, you just did make that statement. Oh, you can make it now?
Anecdotal.
The determination that I made, I don't think is in controversy at all, Scotty.
All right. 1 if Paul's right, 2 if the rest of the peasants are right.
Whatever. I mean, I don't really care what people think. I have an opinion about this, and I've shared it on the show.
1 and 2.
I don't like it when mall Santas make fun of fat kids. Sorry.
Yeah, because that's exactly what we were saying. We were saying we love it.
You're saying you don't care.
I'm saying that's reality, Paul. I'm saying I like to look at reality as it is, not as I wish it to be.
Santa's not supposed to be reality, Scotty.
Okay,
Santa's a fantasy.
That guy's a dick, and he's no longer doing it, Paul.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
And look, obviously, parents and people like you feel that way, and that's fine. You're entitled that fucking way. But don't tell me how you know this kid's life is like.
I didn't. You did. I made an inference because I was a fat kid, and I grew up around fat kids,
and it's your life.
And it was a pretty well-known fact. When you talk to kids that grew up fat, that they had a hard time in school. They're made fun of.
It looks like it's about 60% Paul, 40% me and
So
Scotty.
TJ, were you made fun of in school for being fat?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
But
I don't fucking take my fucking butthurt feelings from childhood and apply it to this kid. Especially not with such a mild comment like "lay off the burgers and fries, kid."
I think if you laid into
that
the
to
kid,
me
that
is
was
not
wrong.
like if he was like, "Wow, you little fat fucking pig,"
that's
or
totally
something
wrong.
I'd be like, "Okay, well that's too far."
I think Scotty and I just had a basic misunderstanding. I nobody's fault. I didn't say that I knew for a fact that this kid was tortured every day. I said that looking at a fat kid and being a fat kid, knowing other fat kids and having talked to them, and then working in a school district for 8 years and watching fat kids get picked on. It's pretty common for fat kids to not be as cool in school and to get picked on a lot. And when this little kid goes to a place like Santa, where it's not supposed to be reality, it's a fantasy that little kids like to indulge in, and he goes there and he has to hear a fat joke. Mm-hmm. That's fucked.
I mean, I agree with you.
Okay.
The guy's behavior was inappropriate.
Okay.
But at the same time, I think in America we take something that's mildly inappropriate and we make it into a fucking news story.
Agree.
Like, to me, I understand what you're saying. This kid should not go to a fucking have this experience. And I'm not saying that what the guy did was right. 'Cause I don't agree with him. I would, if I was in that position, I wouldn't do it to somebody.
Sure.
But the way I felt about it was that, look, there's sometimes in life you're going to be in situations, you're going to encounter people, they're going to be assholes, even though they really shouldn't be, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. And that's what I'm saying, is the kid has to experience that, to experience all facets of life.
This guy made a little joke. He made one little off-color remark. I don't think it's a fucking big
I'm not
deal.
saying it's a nuke, but I'm not going to be I'm not going to be like, pussy up, 9-year-old, you know what I mean? Man up. He's a kid. And he got his feelings hurt by Santa, which is not what you want in a mall Santa.
I
Santa
agree. You don't want
apologized
that. You don't
and
want
quit. I'm happy with that outcome.
I just feel like this is just part of coddle culture.
It is.
This is just, this poor little kid.
Whatever.
I mean, goddamn, he's fat. You know?
TJ, you know
You're
what?
going to get shit as a fat guy for your entire life.
TJ, look, it is, but you know what? Like, I think with more people agreeing with Paul, I just think that's how people are now. They just want that. So I mean, that's just.
I'm not advocating for fucking.
No, I'm not saying you're an advocate of coddling. I'm just saying, but like, you don't want this kind of shit.
I don't want this kid given a trophy if he's last in class and shit. I'm not coddling. I just think that when you go to a Santa as a little fat kid who may or may not hear all day, every day at school how fat he is, and you go to Santa to tell him what you want for Christmas, you shouldn't get a fat joke. That's all I'm saying.
What do you want for Christmas, little boy?
I mean, look,
McDonald's diet?
I'm saying I agree with you on that.
Then we don't have. Then there's no controversy between us at all. We're on the same page.
I mean, like, look,
I'm not on the same page.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, like, look, TJ, people are going to do what they do. I'm saying, look, I want to be pragmatic and realize that, hey, look, people are going to do this kind of shit. That's going to fucking happen. But I agree with Paul. Like, I don't think that's the fucking experience this kid should have had going to this fucking guy.
No.
But he's a dick, and people are going to do what they're going to do.
Right.
And
it's not the end of the world. The little kid will live. I'm not making it out to be something it isn't. I'm just saying, dick-ass Santa, glad he's not a Santa
Do you think
anymore.
this deserves to be a news story, really, though?
Not really.
And,
okay.
You know, look, don't you
But
think this kid's mom doing this is just going to bring more fucking
it's the kid's
harassment this kid's way?
Well, let's be honest. This 9-year-old didn't call CNN or the local news affiliate. She did.
She did, yeah.
Don't you think that was a mistake on her part if she really doesn't want her kid getting made fun of? Because if I was a little kid and I saw this shit on school and I'm like, I go to school with that kid. He was too fat for fucking Santa.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get made fun of for this. And I agree.
What a dumb mom.
The mom did not make the right. She should have handled this privately and kept it off the fucking news.
Yeah, I mean, the mom, after they said to the kid, she should have just went and talked to the guy and said, like, why did you just say that?
It sounds like that's what happened.
I mean,
well, maybe honestly, maybe she tried that and he told her to go fuck herself and then she went to the news. In that case, she did the right thing. Because fuck that guy.
If he was a total dick, then yeah. I mean, and I don't know. I mean, he sounds like he probably was.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a balanced guy.
Maybe.
Bad Santa.
Maybe he just fucking was tired of his leg having the circulation cut off by this fat little...
Then he's in the wrong line of business. Kids sit on your lap as a mall Santa.
You don't expect the kid to weigh fucking like a bag of cement
whatever
on your fucking leg.
Santa, if you look at Americans, you have to expect some fat kids. I mean, like, let's be honest here, TJ. You have to expect some fat kids.
When I played Santa...
I find it hard to believe that's the fattest kid that's sat on his
doubt
lap,
it.
honestly.
I really doubt it, dude. And another thing, too, look, maybe this guy was having a bad fucking day and he said some stupid shit.
Well, you know what? Sometimes when you say stupid shit on a job, you get fired.
That's true.
And I'll tell you this, and then we can move on. As a Santa, I had grown-ass fucking men and women, big fat people sit on my laps to take pictures with their kids.
Ouch.
It didn't break my fucking leg. I'm still walking.
Barely.
And I never said, whoa, barrel ass.
Yeah,
ho, ho, ho. Lay off the fucking ho-hos. Now, maybe somebody wants that kind of Santa. I'll do it.
That would be awesome.
But their kids were there.
Dude, Paul should do a mean Santa at the thing.
I could do it.
And Paul, and you can advertise it, too, so you don't have to feel bad if the kid comes
This just goes to show that bad Santa is bullshit.
It's time for us to take a break.
Okay.
So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to do two of the favorite segments on the show.
Two?
And you know which? Yeah.
I know Crazy People.
Yeah, and the one before it.
What's the one before it?
Well, I guess you'll figure it out
I'll
later,
find out in a
TJ.
minute, I guess. All right.
All right. So we'll be back in about 2 minutes. Stick around, everybody.
We all know that the holidays are fast approaching, and maybe you're still looking for the perfect gift for some of the people in your lives. Well, here's a question. Why not give them the greatest gift of all? No, not love, not family togetherness, none of that. Meat. Give them the gift of high-quality cuts of gourmet beef, pork, seafood, veal, lamb, and delicious sides to accompany all of them, all from Omaha Steaks. They've got over 500 gourmet gift ideas to sate the appetite of the meat lovers on your gift list. Or maybe you don't want to give it as a gift. Maybe you just want to keep it all for yourself, and who could blame you? We here at the Drunken Peasants were sent a sampler of what Omaha Steaks has to offer, and Paul made us these amazingly delicious burgers, and soon we're going to have a cookout with some of the steaks and pork chops that we're all very much looking forward to. Now, right now, Omaha Steaks is giving an exclusive savings just to our listeners. Listen to everything that you will get for less than $50. 2 filet mignons, 2 top sirloins, 2 boneless pork chops, 4 boneless chicken breasts, 4 kielbasa sausages, 4 burgers, and a package of all-beef meatballs, potatoes au gratin, 4 caramel apple tarts, and 1 Omaha steak seasoning packet. Plus, get 4 additional kielbasa sausages free. So that's 8 kielbasa sausages. So go to omahasteaks.com, enter my code DRUNK into the search bar, add the family gift pack to your cart, and get a 77% savings. It's the gift guaranteed to be a hit. You know, your socks say a lot about you as a person. Oh wait, actually no, they don't. Not usually, anyway. Unless, of course, you've got stance socks, which not only look cool, but also reflect your personality and feel great on your feet. The thing I love about stance is they've turned the most boring part of your wardrobe, your socks, into a chance to make a statement. Even if the statement is something simple like, hey, I like Star Wars. These are the official socks of the NBA and the MLB. They're endorsed by stars like Rihanna, and they've got Star Wars socks. They've got lines of socks from Rihanna, Willow Smith, and others. The Legends collection celebrates fallen icons like Biggie, Tupac, Johnny Cash. So they've got style, they've got comfort, and they take a stance. So go ahead and explore the newest and best-selling collections for truly amazing holiday gifts that will make your loved ones smile, or shop for yourself at stance.com. That's stance.com. Stance, the uncommon thread. Whoa.
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 Whoa, man. Welcome to Ideas, bro.
What's up, guys? It's Paul's Ego. It's time for another edition of Ideas, where we get way baked and talk about teen-appropriate stuff.
Yeah, that's gnarly, brah.
Totally tubular, man. I'm so stoked.
Bodacious.
All right, whatever. I wish I could be an asshole Santa.
Could do it, dude.
Here's the segment that TJ forgot.
Individual situation. Check out the beautiful asshole.
The individual Brett Keane segment situation.
That drumstick
A lot
looks
going
good.
on in the life of the Manatee recently. A lot of upheaval. So this is probably going to be a good one. What do you got? What do you got, Ben?
It's another video about Scotty.
Oh, no.
Shadow Scotty, Twitter triggered.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane from God TV Radio. Make sure you check out my website, godtvradio.com, and connect with me on Facebook and Twitter.
Look how many likes
Don't
I have,
forget
Brett.
to watch the newest interview I did today.
Oh, and 25
I
retweets.
did an interview of he calls himself an otherkin. Basically, it's a guy who is convinced that he is an animal. And it's a very interesting discussion. I think that you guys should check that out. And also, don't forget to check out the video right before this one where I talk with my brother, Justin
God, I love
Keane,
the fact that he's featuring
and
this so
actually
prominently.
suggest that Justin Keane goes and hangs out with the best.
No one cares. Get on the
drunken
important
peasants
part.
Have all been.
Come on, Brett.
So,
can you pause it real quick? Can we all just admit that Scotty's Twitter at Kaiser Scoopy is the best Twitter ever?
It is really good.
I have laughed harder at Scotty's Twitter than I have at Twitter in its entirety.
You know, that's the reason I went ahead and just made Scotty this Twitter, because he's always like, I don't want a Twitter, I don't have a Twitter.
So I'm like, man, I'm sick of Scotty not having a Twitter. I didn't know if he was going to actually use it or not when I made it for him, but he has, and it's like this great. It's kind of like almost all the tweets are like kind of like ridiculous, over the top Trump parody.
Yep.
And he has this whole make Twitter great.
I mean, just read this tweet. This is one of the most beautiful tweets ever made. I mean, it's great.
Pitiful Brett. I'm on Twitter for 3 days and already more followers. Sad. Brett lives in my shadow.
He does.
Hashtag more than the manatee.
What a stud.
So let's
We've got it.
He's laughing, dude. Even Brett's laughing.
He
Brett,
loves it.
Brett, you know this is great. Come on, Brett. I even tweeted at you.
Post here. Scotty just recently, Scotty of the Drunken Peasants, the least loved.
Least love.
He wanted to nail you. He was going to nail you.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting.
I'll nail
Still waiting, Brett.
I'm going to nail the situation.
I would say in the pecking order of who is the coolest of the Drunken Peasants.
Okay, this is Brett's cool order. TJ, number one.
TJ's obviously the one that brought all the love.
Paul
If
Zigo?
it wasn't for him, then Drunken
Ben,
Peasants
then Paul
simply
Zigo,
wouldn't
then you.
exist.
Yeah.
But to be technical with you all, if it
Oh,
wasn't for Brett Keane, then the Amazing Atheist wouldn't have been influenced and inspired
Oh, okay. So Brett is actually
So-
responsible for all of us.
Yeah, Brett
Give
Keane.
yourself a
Maybe
nice
I'm
pound
the
in the back,
reason why
Brett.
Drunken
Creator of the
Peasants
Drunken
exist.
Peasants podcast by
goodness,
proxy.
Just saying, shots fired.
So let's read it.
Well, then we could say your parents are the reason Drunken Peasants.
So Brett, read my
Brett,
tweet.
the only fucking shots you have fired are like tranquilizer darts directly into our brains, so you put us to sleep.
Yeah, you know what? I agree, though. Shots fired. Unfortunately, the gun you used was one of those Warner Brothers Acme guns that blew up in your face.
Then there's Paul Zigo.
Yeah.
Paul Zigo.
Paul Zigo, yes.
cool.
I smoked on him a little bit and said he's a kind of a drag on the show, and I rapped on him because sometimes he talks too much when the other guys are trying to talk.
The fuck is this
Paul likes to
sometimes
hear his
shit?
fucking the rocks
own
in
voice?
his head running around.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's fine. Sometimes Paul's got interesting shit to say. I even said that on the interview that I did with Paul Zigo.
Wow, what a gracious
which
man.
I think you guys should all watch. If you really want to see a cool side to the Amazing Atheist that some of you haven't seen for a very long time,
Yeah,
you should watch
not
the
fucking
interview with both
likely.
TJ and Paul.
That interview was great
I'll put the
because
links out
you
there
kept
for
quiet
you.
and let me talk.
Yeah.
And then there's Ben. Ben apparently, from what I've discovered, is a musician. He's a rock star, right?
Makes Justin Keane look like a
does
pile of
also the
shit.
technical shit for the Drunken Peasants.
I'm not gonna explain it to you, but you already know what a rock star
what I'm
is.
seeing, I suppose.
Does he?
But then there's Scotty. Scotty's like the guy who just kind of repeats everything everybody says, makes shitty predictions, gets everything wrong.
I get
but
everything wrong.
He's
Yeah.
like the little runt of the group of power
You're
players.
the runt. I'm the little runt.
Right?
Yeah, TJ. Yeah, TJ. Whatever TJ just said. Whatever TJ just said. Whatever just Paul just said. Paul, what did you say? You're right. You're right.
Trump is great.
Trump is great. Trump is great.
Runt.
So Scott, I love that. Like Scotty's just the guy that agrees with everybody. Right after Scotty almost fucking ripped my head off in an argument about a fat kid. Like, come on, Brett.
Yeah. Scotty just spurged out, and there's
But
no.
he just agrees with everybody.
He's just a little sycophant.
Yep.
Scotty is Scotty is the least fucking sycophantic person on the face of the fucking planet.
If I want to hear what I want to hear,
Don't go to Scotty.
I never go to Scotty. He's not that guy. If I want to hear the truth, the blunt, honest truth about something, Scotty's my guy. I go to Ashley when I want to hear what I want to hear.
The sugar coated
You're attractive, Paul. Your dick is fine. Those types of things, I get those in my relationship.
She did tell you. She did tell you to get a new cock.
That's because he begged for honesty, though.
I did.
And he shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Should have just gone to Scotty.
Scotty would have been like, she doesn't like your dick.
Scotty was like, he'd be like, Scotty, I want to ask you a question about my dick. Scotty'd be like, your dick is garbage. Get away from me.
Scotty would be like, I don't want to see your fucking dick. Get away from me.
That's pretty much how the conversation. Yeah,
you wouldn't even need to see it. You just look at Paul's eyes, like I could tell just by looking at you, your dick ain't worth shit. Get the fuck up out of here.
You would.
Now I'm a fucking monster. Fuck.
Yep.
In this narrative, I'm just fucking.
You just defended a fucking fat shaming Santa. Of course you're a monster.
You did too.
Yeah, but at least
Oh yeah, now that it behooves him though, we all forget that TJ was like, I don't agree.
Yeah.
Scotty and I worked it out. You were the last holdout, so now you're abandoned. Oh no, okay, now you're back to your original position.
He's always been a holdout on that one.
I never changed my position.
You just did.
I just said
you
I just said that
Scotty.
Yeah, I said he was a monster for doing it.
Oh, so you're also a monster?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew he would do that. I knew it.
Profit.
I'm Pennywise, bitch.
What a bullshit position.
I'm motherfucking Pennywise.
Everybody knows I'm a motherfucking
Oh shit,
monster.
he is wearing fucking all red though. Fuck.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, you trying to sabotage my fucking shit, Scotty? You see that?
I'm gonna see my hands the concert.
Yeah, I did. So what?
Scotty's an oppressor of opinions, and he's a liar.
I'll listen to Brett's bullshit.
Brutal beater of women.
Well, Scotty has shown repeatedly that he's been triggered by the meme that I started about him living in the shadow.
You're right, Brett. You got me,
You know, one
man.
of the reasons I got that idea wasn't
me,
just
dude.
from watching his behavior and seeing his stupidity illuminate the room
Thank
with
you, Brad.
radiation and nonsense and poison and cancer.
Poison.
It was actually from reading comments by Drunken Peasants fans. They clearly showed that they were annoyed by him. There was a lot of them out there that thought he was a complete and utter fucking buffoon and wasting space.
Were you reading the subreddit during Hate Scotty Week or something?
That's fine. They can think whatever they like.
I've seen some of them say, "Man, I wish this idiot wasn't on there. Get somebody else."
Yeah, people have said that.
check
Yeah.
out.
And then they started.
Go back and check now.
No.
Now it's me they want gone.
I mean, that's fine. Those people have said that.
No, they're back to Scotty now.
Oh, are they? Okay.
No, I don't mind. They're allowed to have their opinion. They can have whatever opinion they like.
Jesus Christ.
And everything, and I think TJ tried to fix it by joking about ban TJ and ban Paul's ego. You know, kind
That
of
was not my
do some
joke.
self-depreciating in order to make Scotty, the poor little guy, feel sorry for himself.
So running
Brett, you feel sorry for me, man. You're such a wonderful guy, Brett. You know?
running an economic schedule on yourself to devalue yourself over time.
But Brett, as I said on here, I feel bad for you. I mean, Brett, let's just examine facts. Can we examine those for a minute? Let's look at your Twitter follower count and let's look at mine. So, whose shadow is living in whose shadow, dude? Because it looks like you're living in my shadow. You're asking me, someone with more Twitter followers than you, for an interview. You're asking someone who's superior to you in just in all ways, Brett. Will I come down and talk with the Manatee, a person that lays on his stomach, about 20 hours a day, then probably just tosses and turns for the next 4 hours?
Dorn comes in to turn him.
Yeah, waiting for his next bowl of mac and cheese and his next round of drama and his next failed friendship. How's your friendship, renewed friendship with Case go? Oh, wait, you guys already hate each other. No. That's you, Brett. Oh, but Brett, you're right. You don't like me and I'm not cool. What a fucking compliment. Thank you. I'm glad you don't like me.
I care very deeply for fake Sagan.
Very deeply. Very one of my closest friends. You were never my friend.
You were never my friend.
You said nigger, and you fucking held a gun to someone's head. You're a bad person.
You did a bad impression of me?
You put out that video against Paul's ego I told you to make.
Whatever. Suck a dick.
But Brett, can we acknowledge this, Brett? I know you're not one for truth, but I mean, look, there's a score, and in this, like, let's compare Twitter followers. How many do you have? How many do I have? Is this statement not true, Brett? What is inaccurate about this statement? You're living in my fucking shadow, Brett.
Yep.
And look, I might live in TJ's shadow. Let's even say you're right. I live in TJ's shadow. But guess what? You don't get to live in the shadow of the mountain, dude. You get to live in the shadow of the least of the drunken peasants, according to you. How does that make you feel, bitch? How you feel now, knowing that even I'm, in your opinion, the lowest of low, have surpassed you handily in 3 days? How does that make you feel, Brett? Knowing this piece of shit is just still better than you. How does that make you feel, buddy?
So here's where things get interesting. Our little friend Scotty here, our short,
friends? Oh, we're not
tiny
friends, Brett.
stature of a man, Scotty, and that's giving him credit by doing the man thing. He writes this to me on fucking Twitter. Get this shit. Pitiful Brett. I'm on Twitter for 3 days and already more followers.
That's
Sad.
true.
Brett Keane
That's
lives
true.
in my shadow.
It's true, Brett.
More than Manatee. Okay.
Okay.
But then look down here. This is pretty interesting.
Not show all the other
YouTube
ones.
user as well as Twitter.
This is a fucking troll that hates
It's
us.
Palm Jam.
Yeah,
it's one of his little nut hangers.
Yeah, that's
one of your little nut hangers that comes into your
let's,
shows.
Let's show all the rest, Brett. Let's show all the rest.
Let's look at
hold
this
on.
comment.
Yeah, this guy is always in Brett's hangouts.
What a dipshit.
Look at what my
little sycophant.
Look at this
He
anonymous
retweeted it
comment.
and liked it. Yeah, it's totally.
and he's the only one who did. You notice that?
Yeah.
Professional
One retweet,
Palm
one
Jam
like.
writes, you can thank your big brother for that. I'm sure you're used to living in the shadow by now.
So let me get this straight. Okay, so TJ made the account, which I never even wanted the account. And then he retweeted something. Did TJ but look, if people didn't want to follow me, they wouldn't. And by that logic, wouldn't I just have 90,000 Twitter followers?
Yeah.
'Cause if TJ could just bestow followers upon whoever he wants, why wouldn't he give me all of them? Oh wait, it's because some people look at that and go, "What a retard," and then some people go, "Okay, I'll follow him," because that's how it works, Brett.
They just follow more often with Scotty than they do with you by a magnitude of about 20 fucking thousand.
Wow.
Yeah. How long have you had your Twitter, Brett? Scotty's had his for 3 days.
Yeah.
Well, 4 days now, I think.
Yeah, something like that. 4 days.
But,
4 days.
Yeah, he's already passed you in followers.
Look at that. You've never made a post that got 25 retweets and 154 likes in your life, Brett. Scotty did that in 15 seconds sitting on his couch.
And Brett, why don't you show the rest of the comments?
Scroll down past scroll down past your nut hanger and see what else people are saying.
Looks like there's 15, 16?
Yeah.
16
There's a few more comments
There's
to
16
read.
responses. Let's go see some of those,
look
Brett.
here.
Let's take a look at the rest of them.
This anonymous comment.
Let's scroll, Brett. Can we scroll? Brett, you know how to do it. Let's scroll.
Damn! Did you feel that fucking sting? It was just so quick and nasty.
No, I didn't.
No one
He's making the same attacks you make. How would that be a sting? What's stinging about it? You see, he recycles Brett garbage and throws it at me like the fucking piece of shit he is. Oh yeah! Oh, I'm hurt.
I want to hear you do this publicly. I want you to say this on the Drunken Peasants in front of everybody.
Say it, Scotty.
I want you to take those stupid Blues Brothers fucking shades off and look right at the motherfucking screen.
Pause it. Pause it. Brett, you don't ever tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, you fat little fucking turd. You want to make me do something? Come make me do it, you fucking piece of shit.
Come take the shades
Come
off
take
his
them
face.
off my fucking face, you fucking pussy. I will fucking destroy you, Brett. I have no problem destroying you. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Come to his backyard and he'll tear them off for you.
Scotty.
I don't care about Brett. If Brett wants to, he can come here. Take your fucking trades off, Brett. You can take them off me if you want them off.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to drop your pants and show everybody your butthole and balls. Now.
All right, fuck.
Who are you, Brett? Do this, do that.
Hold on. Let's hear the full extent of Brett's request.
Let's hear it.
TJ, demand that you be put on the big screen when you say this.
Okay.
And I want you to say this
You're
without
right on
your
this,
voice
Brett.
breaking and your eyes blinking and turning around. I want you to look directly into the fucking camera.
Okay, man.
And tell the entire audience that the reason why you got so many fucking viewers on Twitter and so many
He's so
followers
salty.
is because you are brothers with somebody who's actually got talent.
You know what? Can I be put on full screen? Let's go on full screen.
Scotty needs to go full screen.
Let's go full screen. I'm full screen.
There he is.
Brett. I'm not talking to anyone else. I'm talking to you, Brett. But everyone else can hear. The reason I have so many followers on Twitter, more followers than you. But, okay, I don't want to get sidetracked. More followers. I am so much fucking better than you, Brett. I am amazing, Brett. I have those followers because I am great. These people want to make the internet great again, and that's what we're gonna do, Brett. You can fucking join in. Even the fucking Manatee is welcome, Brett. Even how as pathetic as you are, because look, we need a lot of people, Brett. We need a lot of people. Look, TJ here, he wants to make the internet great again. Paul's ego.
I'm already on board,
He's
Scotty.
on board.
I followed day one.
Day one, he was on board. So if you don't, everybody, Brett, I want to thank Brett for featuring my Twitter so prominently. Please go follow me on Twitter. If you follow Brett, don't follow him. You're wasting your time. But you know what? Look, Brett is a loser. I'm a winner. If you want to win, get on board with me. Thank you.
There we go. Request granted, fat boy.
All right. So I think that pretty much wraps that up.
Oh, Oh, shit.
And we have a special Vader today.
Do we?
And I would like Paul to take the greens on it.
Okay. I would be...
I'm happy to announce that this bowl is 100% Keef.
Oh, shit. Well, you know what? I'm gonna treat this like a celebratory bowl because I signed a lease here in Seattle today. Woo! So, guys, I'm a Seattle resident. So here's my bowl.
Nearly got killed by Scotty on your first day in Seattle. Paul.
Thank you for greens on this.
Yeah,
man.
do it. Hit that shit.
Hit that shit.
Oh yeah, forgot to do the breathing.
Nice.
There's so many different strains mixed together in that Keef.
Yeah. Still cherry? Give it to me.
Yeah, that shit's gonna burn. Yeah.
Wow. Instant, immediate wave of high, dude.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Here you go. Nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, excuse me. Oh, shitty. It wasn't actually shitty. I meant to say shit, but it came out shitty.
All right, time to move into crazy people.
Whoa, dude.
Plan 9 from Outers.
Man, I'm going to be nice and toasty for crazy people tonight. Jesus.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
So, guess who believes in Pizzagate?
Devin Tracy.
I don't think.
I don't know. I was just guessing.
Damn.
Wild Bill.
All right, hey everyone, it's TVC Mario, and you here
yeah.
for another edition of New World
Why am I
Order
surprised?
Exposed. In today's video,
He just makes up like.
I wanted to
what
go
am
ahead and
call
take
this
some
this show New World Order Exposed.
I have a question. So this is a New World Order Exposed, but isn't? I mean, Google's a big company run by billionaires. Aren't they part of it? Why is their information unbiased? Maybe Mario's just being taken in by the Google Illuminati conspiracy.
I've already seen Alex Jones come out and say, you know, Pizzagate's true, but it's distracting from even bigger evil shit. So, I've already seen them say, like, yeah, they're distracting us with it. So, whatever.
You can't win with these people.
They're all retards. What do you want?
It's still going.
I will say that the, okay, I'll get it to Paul. Paul.
Yeah.
More.
Oh.
Incoming.
I'm here to share my thoughts on the pizzeria, this Comet Pizza, Pizzagate agenda.
Stupid fucking Canadian.
That really has in the last few days blossomed. I did a video recently talking about it. I did 2 of them. I'll go ahead and leave them linked up for you to check out.
Your fucking
Hashtag
show.
fake news, Pizzagate psyop for truthers exposed. And just to give you a warning, this video triggered many in the truth community. As you can see from the significant amount of dislikes, many people did not agree and automatically called me a shill. And I just want to take a moment before we continue in this video to kind of comment on that.
I'm surprised you didn't make a video crying, being like, oh, they called me. Like, remember when they said he was doing it just for the money and he made the video of him crying?
Well, he is. I mean, why else? Yeah, I always like when Mario gets shit, he was blessed with it. I was blessed with the car. It's like, no, you made money and you bought a car.
I was blessed.
Truth community, grow up. When someone doesn't agree with you, it doesn't automatically make them a disinformation, shill, government enemy. Okay, that is some ridiculous, immature nonsense, and it needs to stop. Okay, it seems like every single major...
Then why don't you be the first one to stop it and just admit all these conspiracies are bullshit?
When it happens to Mario, it's real.
Right. He made this one video one time. It was like, be vigilant, but don't be paranoid. And he was telling other people that they were being paranoid because they thought he might be. like part of the Illuminati or whatever.
Oh yeah, he is.
So when
Not
people
innocent Mario.
when people think he might be Illuminati, then they're just being paranoid. But all the other weird ass shit that
I've
he
seen
says,
Mario go into this pizza place. He's probably
You're right,
fucking
exactly.
kids in there.
Holy shit!
Hot topic. We are getting to points where there's, within our own community, different views on it, and every single time that we get to these places, we end up turning on one another
Isn't
and
it funny
calling
how
each
you
other
all
enemies,
find the
disinfo
truth?
agents, all this stuff. And at the end of the day, the real enemy is laughing at us because they want us divided. So stop with this, okay? I'm going to give you my view on this. I'm not a shill, not a government agent trying to hide information. That is just a bunch of
Get to your fucking
nonsense.
point.
And
Don't care.
really a shame.
Don't
Such
care.
a shame.
Don't care.
But
Get your
anyways,
point.
let's go on and continue. So I'm going to be sharing a view here that does trigger a lot of people. It's not a popular one, and that usually is a great indication that you're going and speaking the truth.
No.
When everyone...
No, it's not. How is that a fucking indication you're speaking the truth, you moron? It means nothing. It means nothing. You could be speaking the truth, or you could be speaking absolute dog shit.
Where did he get that from? He's not stupid. Yeah, he's a stupid dude, but he's not that dumb, is he?
He is.
My niece would be able to point out the flaw in that. And she's 8.
So let me get straight. If I make a video and I'm like, you know, guys, I think rape should be legal, and I get a fucking surge of downvotes, like, no, it should. What the fuck? That's wrong. That's evil. Does that mean, like, he's getting downvotes, but that just shows he's speaking the truth? Speaking the fucking truth. No. It's not how it works. No one thinks it works that way.
Dude, Mario's a retard.
You're a fucking invalid. Just silence yourself.
Here in the truth community and in the world is agreeing with you.
The fucking truth community.
The truth community.
Yeah, the so-called truth community.
Probably not on the right path. That's just a basic guideline for understanding truth. Okay, so I have a different view on this thing. You know, this information with what we found out about this pizzeria came from WikiLeaks. Do your research. It's time. I need to start a series on this. Controlled opposition. The truth movement. Those of you who don't have a clue right now, you're not understanding how controlled opposition works. Controlled opposition is being operated right now in this agenda beyond anything you can comprehend. The major voices...
I don't think he does believe in Pizzagate. I think where he's going with this is that he thinks this is like a false, not a false flag exactly, but, you know, basically a bullshit story designed to make conspiracy nuts fucking distract from the real shit that's going on.
Oh, so he's basically doing Alex Jones shit.
Yeah.
In a way.
In the alternative media are the elite. They themselves, they're leading our movement, by the way. If you think we're leading our own movement, you don't have a clue where we stand right now in this battle. And you are being deceived into thinking
it's like an
we're
illustration of why the conspiracy community will never be relevant outside of its own thing. He just told us why.
Yeah.
Because you can't trust anybody. You think you're in control of even your own self? You ain't.
It's like, if you can't agree on that, if you can't agree that this is our movement and here's the head of it, you can't have a movement.
Dude,
there's no way those people ever could do that because they would all think that leader was a figurehead.
They have contradictory conspiracy theories.
Mario can't be the head of the movement because he's a fucking Illuminati shill.
He thinks it's all some satanic cult when everyone knows it's reptilian beings from space.
Alex Jones can't be it because he talked about the frogs turning gay. That's not real. But he does talk about the vampire thing.
Yeah, these people are never gonna get together.
No,
because they all believe
no
what they believe is
possible
too
way.
crazy, and they all instantly distrust each other because they always think that everything's a conspiracy.
It's too divergent.
This is what happens when you base a movement on a lack of evidence. When you have a movement that is based fundamentally on something for which there is no proof, it shits out people like Mario.
That's also religion for you.
Yeah.
More ahead in the war than we are. We're behind. This movement, this resistance against the elite is being led by them. This is what they do, guys. Controlled opposition.
Controlled
the best way to overtake an enemy.
It has a lot of syllables. You know it must be a thing.
The controlled opposition.
Controlled opposition, guys. Blathering nonsense. Controlled opposition.
Me is to lead the resistance against you. And this is being done to us, okay, with the WikiLeaks and the major people in the movement, okay? So just always keep that in mind here. But
keep what in mind? You've said nothing. You're a retard.
Obviously, the shooting itself there with this guy coming in, Edgar Madison, was obviously a hoax, stage. This is all part of the elite's agenda.
Okay.
In my video, I said that was going to be the point. The point of this
I know he
was
does
that
believe in Pizzagate, but he thinks this guy was a hoax.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like, couldn't you just explain this shit succinctly and precisely without fucking meandering around like a dumbass?
Have you ever had an actual like? I know you make fun of me for being a conspiracy nut, but have you ever talked face to face with one of these people?
Sure. Yeah.
You don't get a word in edgewise. It's impossible to follow. I'm serious. Like, and I know me.
Keep going, Paul.
I know, Ben. Whatever. I know me saying that, but I'm just talking about in an argument. Like if you're face to face with them. Number one, I do this. Yes, they can't talk. Number two, you can't follow the conversation. It's blathering gibberish nonsense like this. Like, you know how it's impossible to follow a Vigilant Christian video?
Yeah.
You can't participate in a conversation with a person that believes this shit.
I believe it's actually pronounced Villigent.
Dude, they don't
like jibba
jabba jabba.
They don't even want you to.
And you'll be like, but what about, hold on, what, your whole premise is flawed because of this. That's just what you want to believe because you are a Cartonian, you know what, time.
Control. Opposition, Paul.
Dude, it's a monologue.
Control.
You talk to people like that, they have what they want to say.
Scotty's a good
controlled opposition.
Scotty and Ben
controlled
are both
opposition. Don't you understand?
Yeah, okay.
Scotty and Ben are both very good, logical conversation people, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Maybe you haven't had a direct conversation with a person like this, but you know what I'm talking about, where you're having an argument with somebody, but you can't even establish a premise.
Yeah, they won't accept any sort of premise.
Right.
You can't even establish what you're talking about because they won't let you because it keeps going somewhere else.
We're talking about the government. Okay, the so-called government.
I've had conversations with flat earthers and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God,
yeah.
so
it
dumb.
gets nuttier than this. I mean, there are worse people to talk to.
Yeah, I mean, Vigilant Christian at least has like a fucking toe dipped into reality.
Vigilant Christian.
Vigilant Christian.
By the way, I want to remind everybody that Jim Ass will be on.
Great Jim Ass.
The great Jim Ass will be in the studio the following Friday. So that's what, Friday the 16th?
16th.
Yeah.
Damn. So can I ask you guys a question about Jim Ass?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No,
Paul
go
says
ahead.
no. I mean, Ben says no.
Okay. Look. Can you guarantee my safety? Because this man has made threats against my person. Don't call me a pussy, please.
He'll be, well, first of all, you're whining just like that fat kid.
I am not whining. I just want to know if my personal property and safety can be guaranteed.
We're going to sit Jim on the other side of the room on the couch over there.
Yeah, but it's a short walk.
You just be careful not to instigate him.
I mean, look, you need to just give Jim his space.
How do you not instigate a man that beats an Uber driver?
Maybe you just need to be quiet, Paul.
I'm pretty
Maybe
sure.
you just need to sit quietly and let Jim
Maybe Paul
speak.
shouldn't even attend that
I'm
episode.
pretty sure Jim could jump over the table and drop kick you on his way down.
Well, I would like to announce that I may not be on that
you're
show.
going to be here, bitch.
No.
You're fired if you don't show up.
I may take a sick day. I'll have explosive diarrhea and
Paul
I'm vomiting.
is fired if he doesn't show up.
Only I got to get away with that.
I may, for my personal safety and for Jim's.
Oh, wow. Paul will be fired if he doesn't show up to the episode.
Yep.
You guys, I'm not just doing it to protect me.
Nope.
For Jim Ass's personal safety, it may be better for the company, is what I'm saying, that I'm not here.
We'll see. I want to see this fight personally.
It may come to that.
Now, we may be cool. I just don't know. How do you know? You know, every time
Jim
I
might be drinking.
Can I address something about Jim Ass real quick, Ben? And TJ and Scotty. I got a bone to pick with you guys now that I'm a drunken peasant. I get asked every day, who is Jim Ass? Who is Jim Ass? Who is Jim Ass?
I can answer your question.
No. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me just tell you what you guys have told me. Rich dude. Paid a lot of money to be on the show. Hard to get a hold of. Kind of comes and goes when he wants. He tells you when he wants to be on the show, and he pays a lot of money. If that's all you know, then just tell me.
That's all we know.
Fuck!
No. I will tell you who Jim Ass is.
I was hoping this whole fucking thing was a big kayfabe nightmare.
Paul.
Scotty knows.
I can tell you, man.
Okay.
Do you know who Jim Ass is?
Who?
Jim Ass.
There you go. That is settled.
Yeah.
You were going to find out. on the 16th, Paul. Who you been fucking with?
You know what? I'm more nervous about this than I was the ass beating I took on 300.
Jim Ass will be here.
Maybe
though.
Jim
You know what?
Maybe we'll have
for
Jim Ass spank you again, Paul.
It may not be safe for me or him, but for the people, I'll be here. Fuck it. I'll be here. Jim, come what may. You know, I don't want to fight, but I don't know you, man, and I don't want to know you like that. But whatever. 16th.
Originally, we were going to have this bowling challenge tonight, but obviously we're not going to do that. So I would say when Jim is in town, he should also bowl because he will.
That's going to make it tough for Periscope, though, because I know that Jim
true.
Ass is going to be very, very protective of his identity.
Yeah, that's true. We may have to do the Periscope bowling challenge at some point soon.
Yeah,
maybe
but
Friday.
I mean, I don't know. If you think he'll be able to not
I'm cool with Friday.
fight me, I'll go bowl with the dude.
Yeah, Friday sounds good.
I'm down to go Friday.
Jim Ass is an epic bowler.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah.
Is he?
Yes.
Has he told you this?
Yes.
Has he showed you like trophies and stuff?
Well, me and Bet were sent photos of him bowling 300s.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
And
I mean,
who is
no
this fucking guy? Guys, who is this guy? Kayfabe down, please.
No.
Is Jim Ass? We told you.
All I really know about Jim Ass is that he's 7 foot tall and covered in muscles.
What? TJ, please.
No, I mean, like, I know that sounds like I'm just fucking with you or joking around, but like, he really is 7 foot tall.
Because that's what I tell people at meetups. I tell them, rich dude, hard to get a hold of, has burner. Like, here's something I figured out that I told him. I told him has burner Skypes. Because every time I've been on with Jim Ass,
he has a
different Skype.
Yep.
Yeah, and,
one
you know,
time it was James Ass. And then it was
our-
one time it was like Lord Mao Zedong. And I was like, who is this guy?
Jim A.
His arm, I mean, you know, like he's been in our presence before, and you know, he dwarfs me, just makes me like a fucking midget.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and
TJ, don't fuck with me,
no, I mean,
please.
I can't even describe what his
kinda
face
like-
looks like
it's
so
like-
much, but like those eyes, man.
He's kind of like.
You know what I'm talking about, Scotty, with those eyes?
Is he
like,
good looking?
It's hard to like. He's very like I said, his face is almost
So
forgettable.
he does
because-
show his face. He's not like masked.
No,
he,
but like,
he stays in the shadow.
when you see those eyes, though, looking back at you, it's like they're just like two fucking blazes of
It's
TJ,
kinda like
you're
if you
fucking
made
with me.
Brock Lesnar
This is
7 feet
edgelord
tall.
TJ trying to fuck with me. He's a little dude, right?
I mean, you'll see. You know what? You'll see, Paul.
Are you fucking... Because TJ did that whole fucking ghost thing to me for months, so I'm a little skeptical when he goes like, "Ooh, there's a boogly coming."
I'm not saying he's a boogly, you know. I'm just saying, you know,
He's
maybe-
a dude that's taller than you, that has burning eyes.
You know what, guys?
Very intense stare, is
I
all
think
I'm
we've given Paul enough information.
He's an intimidating guy. You'll see, Paul.
Yeah.
You'll see.
You've had enough information, Paul.
Whatever. I fucking hate you guys,
Bull
man.
puss.
Bullpuss.
Fireball Z!
The return of
Judas
Bullpuss.
Judas Priest!
Jim Ass.
I'm burping a lot on this show.
I hope that Jim doesn't bring Snopus.
And poetry, hissing,
Snopus
screeching,
is not allowed.
squawking. Fuck you to all the men. I am blaming you.
Horrible. Just horrible.
Listen to that collective screech.
Ugh.
We actually have 2 feminist slam poetries.
No, it's going to be beautiful.
Tonight. So, here's the first one.
Button poetry. Hopefully this one's actually about buttons.
Not likely.
Feminist dude is good at hacky sack.
Yeah.
Feminist dude doesn't want your number, wants your address, wants to write you a letter. Feminist dude wants to tell you all about the time he almost beat up a bro, the time he spent in a third world country, the time he
What a
saw that
piece of
movie
shit.
so good. He cried.
You know, I'm sick and tired of these fucking feminist dudes that just capitulate to my beliefs and try to conduct themselves in a way that pleases me. Nothing pisses me off more than that.
I'm going to say something off top. Best feminist slam poetry we've seen, and I will qualify it. If you want.
On the contrary.
On the contrary, with
Because she is basically making an argument against these feminist dudes that we make all the time about what being a simpering, whimpering pussy that capitulates to these women gets you.
Yeah, but
she is
from
telling
her position,
them
it's so hypocritical.
No. I know it is, but it's honest because she's telling them what these women think about those men.
who try with every fiber of their being to capitulate to their women. Yes, we're bad. I'm white. I'm male. I'm cis. I'm het. Can I get some pussy? No.
No.
Feminist dude is not afraid to cry, but feminist dude never does. You cry all the time, so you know crying is not attractive, but he is not like other men. Tells you you're not broken. There are enough red flags to clothe an army of white knights, but feminist dude has read so many books, and he has so many opinions about the books, about his opinions, about the books. Feminist dude has opinions about your opinions too. You can talk for hours. If by talk you mean listen to him talking, feminist dude has a lot to say about the plight of women until you get him drunk. And then he has a lot to say about boobs.
Okay.
Yeah, that piece of shit.
They're
Fuck
on
you,
to,
feminist
They're on
dude.
to you, dudes.
Dudes like boobs. Damn.
I guess that's what we need to do. We could save Steve Shives. We just need to get him drunk
And
talk about titties.
I'm a dude that's known to cry, but I don't look down on dudes that don't. So you heard that right there. Feminist dude is not afraid to cry, but he never does. Male stoicism is a bad thing, guys. It's bad.
And the word no.
Never mind all the
and his
wars
own
it's won.
feelings. If you look at an animal,
Mm-hmm.
a cat, say, and you look in their eyes and know.
I have a feeling you own about 20 of those.
Jesus Christ. If she draws some human inference out of a cat's eyes, I'm going to fucking die. Let's hear
They
it.
can feel. It makes it so much harder to be angry when they scratch your arm, when they sprawl every part of themselves on your body, when they beg. And
these fucking cats, man, they had fucking.
What?
Anyone what?
Dude. My point is this, dude. Cats are not people. Why is she saying that men are cats now?
I think this retard is just totally dissatisfied with everyone and everything in the world. She's not satisfied with her cat, not satisfied with feminist guys, not satisfied with other feminists. Just not. I mean, just look at her. She's like, nothing's good enough for me.
She is what she's arguing against. She has opinions about opinions about opinions that she has about opinions.
This needs to be a meme. Like, this picture here needs to be like, people need to throw text.
Meme this.
They need to throw text at the bottom of it.
do it, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
There's your fucking screenshot. Yeah. What is that?
That's
Nothing's
passion.
ever good
That's
enough,
fire.
guys. See, this is proof. Nothing in this movement is ever good enough. You can be simpering, whimpering, fucking capitulating man baby boy that just follows them around, holding their skirts for them, backing them up in every argument, getting in the dudes' faces that come to protest. Get away, bro. Get away from these women, bro.
Beg
You're a white
for
fucking
something
male,
you
dog.
cannot give. There will be a point when you will wish the animal would just claw and take, because eventually you will say yes, and it won't be what yes means. And
Then you shouldn't say yes. If yes doesn't mean yes, then don't say it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes, but it's the wrong decision.
Victim blaming,
Guys,
Ben.
we are arguing against an ideology where yes doesn't fucking mean yes.
he'll know that, but he'll know himself better. He'll know he is a good cat, a good man. He
Yeah.
would never do a thing like that.
So you're some sort of fucking saint.
That was dog shit.
I mean,
oh no, sorry, it was cat shit.
Isn't it great when you can just cast aspersions on groups of people, but never return your any sort of perceptual powers towards yourself? Never look inside of who you are.
Paul, I want to actually shoot some neckbeard slam poetry with you.
I'll do it, dude.
Oh, you guys have to do it.
I think we've talked about it a few times.
You've heard me rant and rave.
It's time to do it.
Have you heard me do it? I've done it.
You've done it on the show before.
I've done it in private. Like, let's
it's gonna
do
be
it.
great. It's gonna
We're
be
gonna
great.
do it.
Improv, though. I don't want to write shit. You
Go
can
ahead.
write shit.
I'll improv too. It's
I'm
fine.
gonna come off the top, dude. I'm gonna stand up and
Sweet.
do a real slam poem, and I want snaps, guys.
Yeah, we'll film you like
I'll
right there, or Are you going to do it at TJ's place?
Wherever we do it, we do it.
Because
I
we
don't
could do a
care.
live one right here. We could set up a mic.
I mean, yeah, dude, I'm down. I don't want to do it tonight because I'm a little more stoned than I'd like to be. But yeah, in the future, before I go back to Texas to wrap shit up, yeah, let's do it.
One way or another, we'll do it.
Let's do.
But we have a double dose of feminist slam poetry tonight.
Yeah, but we still got some time to kill anyway. So
Okay, let's kill some time.
Any of the jibber jabber in between is fine. Actually, you know what? We haven't done this in a little bit, so let's check in on our fund here. Let me refresh here, see if we got any new ones. Yeah.
We are trying to raise money for those of you who aren't aware. The reason we're broadcasting this on the Amazing Atheist channel is because the DP channel has a couple of DMCAs against it from Sotomayor TV and Sotomayor Entertainment, which, by the way, Tommy, where are those registered?
Hey, let's not, guys.
No,
Let's
I mean,
not.
I'm just asking where they're registered
I know.
at.
We shouldn't be asking him anything. Our lawyer does that. So please.
Our lawyer hasn't said anything about me not asking him that. But interesting question to ask. Maybe not so much asking Tommy. Just ask the people out there, like, where's Tommy? Where's Sotomayor TV?
Yeah,
where's Sotomayor Entertainment?
If you can find it,
can
let us
anybody
know.
find those for us? Where they're, what state those are registered in? Because we've been having trouble.
Well, they should be incorporated somewhere in a state, right?
Yeah, they have to
because
be.
you can't file a DMCA under a fictitious business name, right?
Right, because then you would just file it under your
that's
own
perjury
personal
off
name.
top.
Fictitious means something
Because
different in
let me
business
just
terms,
say, like,
but-
as a layperson, as I understand it, if you file a DMCA under a fictitious business name, what you've done is perjured yourself before the fact. So what happened to us doesn't even really come into play, right?
Yeah.
But he surely he is somewhere incorporated in the United States.
Or
if you
the
guys
world.
If you guys can find
Anywhere.
where that is and let us know, we'd like to know just out of curiosity.
Because we got one from Sotomayor TV and Sotomayor Entertainment, and we haven't been able to find either of those.
Yeah, we haven't
corporations,
found
strangely
either of
enough.
those, and it's just interesting.
But anyway, we're currently working to take legal action against Tommy. Our lawyers have been paid. We are the first round. I mean, we've paid the retainer and stuff. Anyway,
Some of this money is gone, is what we're saying.
Yeah. Keep contributing to this legal fund. This is not only to fight Tommy Sotomayor. This is to fight anyone who gives us DMCAs or gives us other legal troubles in the future. So this is basically just a general Drunken Peasants legal fund. But right now we are in the midst of a legal battle, so we do need your support, and we thank you so much for it. And thank you so much to the people who've already supported us.
Yeah.
Austin Wallace.
Yeah, like Austin Wallace here.
666.
You guys are the
Austin
highlight of
Messenger.
my evenings and inspire me to stand up for what I believe and that suicide isn't the answer. So, see, we prevented someone from committing suicide.
Sweet, man. That's awesome.
Tommy, if you take us off the air, you're fucking causing people
What a
suicide.
piece of shit.
You bitch.
He is.
You guys have provided me with hundreds of hours of entertainment. Time to pay it forward. Take no prisoners. We won't. Don't worry.
Thank you for your $5, dude, honestly.
This guy says we made him a better person.
He didn't donate, though.
Well, whatever. He's still a nice sentiment.
Yep, thank you.
Go to an all-boys Catholic high school. Blah, 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 blah. That sounds horrible. I guess unless you're gay. Give this bitch a nice legal fucking set an example for false DMCA scumbags like him. That's what we're trying to do here. Rock on, DP, rock on. We got
awesome, man.
We got all kinds of fucking fan
Look,
support.
Michael, Chad, thank you guys. Thank you, and like as these big donations, which are awesome, roll by. Notice that we also thank the people that gave $1.
Look, if you can contribute even $1, I know you think it's not even worth your time to do, but it really is because it adds up.
Yeah, and if you ain't got $1, there are other ways you can help. You can spread this around, retweet it, tweet it out to your friends, tweet people that are in similar positions. Let them know that you're with us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Please do.
Thank you.
Now it's time.
Here's another one.
For more Feminist.
Here, I'll play the intro again.
Feminist. Slam poetry. Hissing. Screeching.
Screeching,
Squawking. Fuck you to all the men. I am blaming you.
Wow, I am triggered by that applause. I am a victim of gun violence. That is the truth. And that applause really, guys, I have to leave the show now.
Get out of here, Paul.
Shit.
Actually stay, because I want you to be tortured by this. This is from the
finals. Fuck,
This
dude.
got all the way to the finals.
In Brooklyn.
The feminist commandments.
Whoa.
Thou shalt not shave thou legs, or armpits, or vagina. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord Taylor Swift in vain.
What?
Thou shalt not cook for a man, make a man's plate, let a man pay or drive no beauty products, because the man makes beauty products, and if you are wearing beauty products, you are wearing the man. Thou shalt not break any of these commandments, lest you be banned from the Church of Latter-day Feminism. I'm a feminist, but unlike most feminists, I will shave my pussy before I fuck you. I'm a feminist who wears makeup.
I'm going to say this is the best.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah, well, I agree. I hadn't seen this one yet. So far, so good. I like this chick. Thanks for shaving your pussy, big girl.
She was bossy the second she got on, but in like a fucking cool way.
Snip, snap, flip, flap. Oh, yeah. I like you.
I consider it self-defense to keep my contour sharp enough for cheekbones to cut a bitch. See, I'm a feminist.
Yes.
But that don't mean I'm not gonna call you a bitch. It just means I think you deserve equal rights and shit. Comparable wages for comparable work. I swear I'm a feminist, unless I'm amongst white women, and then I'm a wrinkle in time. I'm the feminist standing in the back. The only one with the coat switch fondling her throat. A reminder that my skin is black, but my words are still passing. And I try not to say things the way my mother would.
Your words
My
are
blood
working on
type
me,
is
and I'm white. Like, I was with you until you started going on this nobody hears me shit.
Miley, what's good? I am a feminist.
Yeah, because no one listens to the fucking words of a giant, imposing black woman.
Who that?
With a fucking voice that carries, who ain't afraid to be like, let me tell you something. Like,
yeah, I mean, seriously,
like I guarantee you don't have a problem being
You
heard,
are
okay?
what I want at the head of feminism. Please, just accept that about yourself.
I'm a feminist, and hip-hop is my best friend. Is hip-hop a feminist? Sometimes. But intersectionality is a contradiction I call home. A swap meet where I trade my womanhood for bamboo earrings.
Yeah, you lost me now. But whatever, the beginning part was awesome.
Yeah, that first
More
bit.
of that, less of this bullshit. Take this over. Fix it for us.
Yeah.
And a baseline, and still I choose feminist. Some days I'm a queen, some days I'm a hoe, both days I am Imani. Both days I do not need the guise of royalty to anticipate respect. Both days I am fighting to be black and human. I am fighting to be woman and human, all while taking note of how feminism can become so restricting that it circles back to oppression. But I will not follow your feminist rules. I will not bow to your white feminist god. She wouldn't hire me anyway. She does not listen.
That is true.
She does not believe that my life matters, but feminism does not belong to the white women or the women who do not shave or the ones who don't wear makeup. Feminism does not belong to the women who cover up.
Oh, it belongs to you, Bertha.
Oh, man.
It belongs to you.
Oh, man, this woman is awesome.
You got
Hold
charisma.
up, can we finish this? I want to hear her.
Go ahead.
Are the ones who will not take a man's last name. One day, I will take a man's last name for the sake of the tradition. I will glide toward him in a champagne gown because white lies like a rug. There will be no broom or church in sight, but we will bind ourselves in the holiest of matrimonies.
I'm fine
And
with that.
I will still be a feminist, and feminism will still belong to she who chooses whatever she wants. Because that's what she wants. And can't nobody, not none of y'all, tell me shit otherwise.
All right.
Wow.
TJ and Paula went over to the feminist cause.
I don't agree with everything she said, and some of it was whiny shit, but like.
So let's hear first.
I don't know, man. That seemed real. That didn't seem like it was just coming from the same place of bullshit that I've seen all these bitches whining about.
True.
There was some actual genuine thought and fucking personality in that.
Get her on the show.
And she had.
Can you come on our show?
She actually had the charisma of a fucking performer.
Look, I don't like the intersectionality bullshit. I don't really believe that that's supported by a good argument. That being said, real talk, if this chick was at the head of feminism, I probably wouldn't have a fucking problem with it anymore. Really. Because she's talking about being a normal human being.
Yeah.
and working to advance the causes of women and girls across the globe, but maintaining her normality because that's what she wants to do.
Yeah, she's talking
She
about-
said at the end, in the end, feminism is for the woman, for whatever the woman chooses.
Yeah, which is not what you hear from most feminists.
No.
You hear, like, you got to do this, you got to do that. And she was basically, I mean, her whole poem was against that shit.
Yep.
Against the way
Not
that
gonna
feminism
follow your
tries to
rules.
program women into being a certain way. She's
Not
saying,
gonna
fuck you,
pretend.
I'll make my own fucking choices. That's what it really should be about. And she's right.
Right. I'm not going to be something that I'm not for you. Which is what modern feminism demands of people. Fuck yeah, I'm with this chick. Let's get her on the fucking show. Let's make her popular,
It's
man.
fucking, a lot of it's just brainwashing.
Holy
dude.
shit.
Total brainwashing.
I never thought I'd see a feminist slam poetry where I was like this. But I honestly, I'm cool.
Shut up, Paul.
God damn.
Feminist shills.
SJW Paul, dude.
We're all SJWs
Whatever.
now. Or at least me and Paul are.
If hanging out with her is being an SJW, I'd like to be an SJW.
God damn, dude.
Because that was a refreshing perspective.
Oh, yeah. Paul wants to hit that so hard.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Ooh, yeah.
I will reserve comment.
Ooh. Paul wants that. Let me unwrap this chocolate bar.
I will tell you, though, that I do appreciate that she will shave her pussy before she fucks.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Paul got jungle fever.
Paul don't want them hairs caught in his teeth, you know.
Oh.
Welcome to Washington, Paul.
I'd have to talk to Ashley, but call me anyway. Yeah, I would. Look. Whatever. I liked this. That was what an awesome feminist slam poetry.
Look, the feminist slam poems we've seen have all been horrible. That was the first one. I mean, I didn't agree with everything in it. I think the intersectionality crap is crap.
Sure.
But like that message of feminism being about the personal choices of individual women and not just you got to comply with these rules, and if you do this you're a bad feminist, you do that you're a bad feminist. I mean, if she's fighting against that trend in feminism, that's nothing but a good thing.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. As long as you're fighting against the SJWs, hey, you got a friend in me.
Paul, you're killing Ben here.
Oh, can't you see?
Can you sing about eating her pussy out?
Can't you see? I wanna eat your shaved pussy. If you let me do it and my girlfriend is down, well, I'll go downtown pretty soon. Hey, you got a friend. You got a friend in me. Come on, guys. You know the words.
I don't.
Fuck.
But that was great.
You've never seen Toy Story?
Yeah, I have. But
You're a soulless lizard.
It's been many years.
Lyle Lovett, and I don't know the other guy's name.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's a really famous dude, though. That's
He's
how
a
he
lot
sounds.
of soundtracks.
That's how he sounds. You got
You're talking about Randy Newman?
Randy Newman.
Yeah, he plays
him.
the piano, and
That's how he sings. He sang the theme song for like Monk and shit.
I just looked over at the chat, and the first thing I saw was new mail go by. Whatever. You got a friend in me.
Don't mock Randy Newman, you fuck.
I love Randy
Someone's
Newman.
like, don't mock Randy.
Dude, do you think I'm mocking him? I love Randy Newman. Why do you think I just did that? Like, yeah, maybe my fucking voice is a little over the top more than he is, but I'm not trying to fuck on him.
Would that make you Paul Newman?
Whoa, I wish. I wish I had
That would make
either.
you dead.
I wish I could have either his looks or money or both.
Well, right now he's not looking too good.
Well, he's dead. Yeah. Well,
Right.
I'm talking about Paul Newman.
I know what you mean.
You know what not Road to Perdition Paul Newman, but
early Paul Newman.
Catch 20. What was his?
The Sting Paul
The Sting.
Newman?
Yeah, that's the one I was trying. I was thinking of Catch 22.
That's a great movie.
Oh man, The Sting, Paul Newman. Yeah. What was the one he did with? Didn't he do one with about pool sharking with Cruise? The Color of Money. Yeah, dude. That Paul Newman.
Yeah, dude.
You got it. Whatever. I like this chick.
A lot of people.
I would smoke a fat.
A lot of
joint.
people are deeply disgusted by the idea of you eating her pussy. I just think it's funny.
What are the comments saying?
Oh, there was just people like, she ugly though.
Why would they be disgusted, guys? Let me tell you something. It tastes so chocolatey. When a black girl shaves her pee-pee, there's no curly hairs all around there when you eat a black girl's pussy. You got a friend in me if you're a big black girl who shaves her big pussy. It'll be a feat, but I'm down to eat chocolatey pussy. Whatever.
Damn.
Fuck you guys. If you're grossed out, be grossed out. I'm just being real.
Oh, that was the best shit. That was the best fucking
Paul
shit.
fucking Newman, dude.
This is going in the highlight reel of Drunken Peasants moments right here. Oh, yeah.
I'd do it.
Paul would do it.
Oh, I know.
If Ashley was down and she wanted, I let my girl take a turn.
Oh, dude.
Whatever, dude.
Some people in the chat have started calling her the Black Cauldron.
I
can't.
Okay.
Paul's dying.
Ben is dying too. Scotty's just kind of like. Everyone else around him's cracking up.
Is this a job?
This is a job.
Yeah! I got the best job ever. Wow.
Someone says, ugh, I'm vomiting. Good. Go vomit on that pussy so Paul can lick it up.
You might be vomiting, but that don't change a thing. If this chick hits me up, I'm gonna get me a cup of that chocolatey yoo-hoo drink. Yeah! Fuck you!
Good times. Well, the show's not going to get any better than that.
Yeah.
It's time to end it. We're going to do a post show, I'm assuming?
No.
No post show. All right. Fuck off, everybody, and die. Please give this video a thumbs up.
The post show will be back next time.
We will do the post show next time. I guess there's some other stuff going on.
Thanks for your donations. Check out the link below if you haven't yet. Love you guys. Bye.
Good night.
Bye, boy.
Drugs.